Yo, listen up, it's your boy DIRTₕ in the his house. Plan so slick, gonna make your pockets this house. I got an app that's gonna change your life. But before you download, let me slice through the strife. They say the earth's a globe, but I beg to differ. I'll make you believe, I'll make you shiver. Spectral stuff he needs a container, that's my claim. I've got no clue, I just hang my head in shade. Container, that's my claim. Yo, listen up, it's your boy DIRTₕ in the his house. That's the horse house. Got a plan so slick, gonna make your pockets this house. I got an app that's gonna change your life. But before you download, let me slice through the strife. They say the earth's a globe, but I beg to differ. I'll make you believe, I'll make you shiver. Spectroscopy needs a container, that's my claim. I've got no clue, I just hang my head in shame. Bartender, that's the line I'm preaching. Sell my app is what I'm seeking. Fake challenge, try your luck. While I'm laughing, pocketing a buck. I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
Flat Earth, that's the lie I'm preaching. Sell my app, it's what I'm seeking. Fake challenge, try your luck. While I'm laughing, pocketing a buck. I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
Yo, Dave Weiss is a scammer. Talk about Antarctica, the icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go. It's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. I'm a scammer. Yo, Dave Weiss is a scammer. Talk about Antarctica, that icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go, it's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. Antarctica, that icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go, it's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. The scammer, I play the game. Gonna hustle hard, gonna rise to fame. But remember one thing, it's all a ploy to make that green, I'll be your decoy. So if you wanna join, come take my hand. But beware the tricks, it's all planned. DIRTₕ, that's my name. In the world of scams, I got the fame.
I'm a scammer.
Welcome everybody to Tuesday Night. I'm your host MCToon, and yes, Dave Weiss is a scammer. If you haven't noticed, I got the new here from my friend at GGT's. What doesn't kill you gives you XP. So go get your own shirt. Just so you get the same one. If you get the same one, we can do a live stream where every one of you that has the same shirt will all wear it. That'd be terrible. That'd be so just no. Nah, I'm kidding. Nah. Anyway, go get it. GGTs, you can find them on Facebook or just ggts.com. And tell him that Toon sent you. He'll know. Actually, last time I mentioned it, I was talking to him because I didn't tell him I was going to say anything. He didn't know. And I'm like, hey, I mentioned you. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's why people were saying. So anyway, there you go. My glasses are all dirty. Oh my gosh. I was a little late. I was fighting with some plumbing today. So anyway, how are you all doing? I know a bunch of people have been covering this, but I have some information. I have a little bonus receipts, if you will, about this particular topic. The topic being Flat Earth Dave going absolutely ballistic. It was hilarious. Going ballistic on Vikka. Now, Vikka also had Witspit on. And so, yeah, if you're gonna, all right, so I'm telling you, prepare yourself. Get your Witspit protection ready. I got mine ready. So, there you go. Get it ready so that you can be safe. Also, get your tabs. Mine's already open. But before that, you know what we do? We do this not every week, but we do it often. And the thing is, the entire reason why this channel exists is because of Mikey Smith. There's no other reason than Mikey Smith for this channel to even exist. So, what do? We give him a ringy dingy like this. That's right. It is that time. It's time to phone a Flerf. Mikey Smith, calling him right now. There it is. And there's an update, I think, to be heard about his lawsuit. So we're gonna see if he has anything. Last week he got upset and hung up. So
hey, it's Mike. Leave it after the beep, and I'll get back to you soon.
Mike, did he send me to voicemail? I think he sent me to voicemail. Oh, here it comes. He's calling. Mikey Smith.
What do you want? I'm recording Polaris.
The whole reason this channel exists is for you, Mikey.
Yeah, I believe it. Sure.
Yep. So, how you been?
Oh, good. I was just at the lawyers today. I'm waiting for the judge to get back to me. Yeah.
Oh, so last I heard, I didn't watch. Somebody said that in a video you read something that you got back. You heard back.
Yeah, well, yeah, a statement of, well, I don't even know what it was. Well, it was a statement from the Canadian Space Agency, and they're not really, they just repeated what I said, basically, because they have nothing. I'm waiting for some proof here or evidence of stuff, and they're not giving it to me yet, so.
Well, I think that's the kind of stuff that comes out in the trial, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess so. If it's going to go to trial, yeah. I'm going to know in the next week, hopefully, but...
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because...
But anyway, yeah, everything's...
Yeah, they wouldn't send you evidence in the, the statements up front, right?
I have to give them a defense, and I can't give a defense on nothing.
Well, you don't have to defend anything.
Exactly, but...
They have to defend. You're the plaintiff.
I have to defend their statement that they sent to me, and there's nothing to defend.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Well, they sent me a statement, okay, and I'm supposed to reply as a defense. But I don't have a defense to go against.
Oh, well, that won't go well.
They haven't given me anything to defend or anything, so... Did
you made some claims, I suppose, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
I gave them a 6-page document yesterday to send in.
So maybe what they're hoping is that you have supporting something for those claims that you made, I guess.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah. Oh, yeah. But anyways, yeah, what's happening?
Okay. Well...
Are you cooking SpaghettiOs, or what are you doing?
No SpaghettiOs. Well, in Canadian, it's not SpaghettiOs, right? It's Alphagetti.
Yeah, well, sure, I guess so. Yeah, because I can't find it here, so maybe you can ship me some.
I didn't know that it was Alphagetti until Brent Butt introduced the concept to me.
Yeah, he's a cousin of mine, eh?
Is he?
Yeah, wait. From my mom's side. Yeah.
Are you serial? Brent Butt is your cousin?
Absolutely, yes. I'm serious, yes.
Okay, for those who don't know, Brent Butt is the producer and the main guy behind the TV show Corner Gas, which takes place in Saskatchewan, in the city of Dog River, which is a fictional town.
Yeah, but it's Rollo is the real town. It's on that highway that you would have taken to get to wherever you're going, Calgary. Yeah.
Okay.
From Minnesota.
You would have driven through Rollo?
Yeah, not the candy, not the chocolate bar, but Rollo town.
Okay.
Is it French, Robert? Is it French? Yeah, it's French. It's not R-O-L-O.
Yeah, it's Rouleux. Yeah, the French are lazy. They never pronounce the last 2-3 letters on their words. I don't know what they're doing. They can't be bothered. Right?
Yeah.
Sam and Vlad are live talking again right now. Oh dear. So did you see Flat Earth Dave on Vikka?
Yeah, I watched a few minutes of it. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Well, I agree with him. I agree with him a little bit.
You agree with who?
I do. With Dave. Absolutely.
With Dave. What about?
Yeah. That Vikka, all he does is talk out his ass.
Well, yes, that's for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I debated Vikka, and we had to exchange questions and stuff beforehand, and so I asked him in the questions beforehand, how did the Antikythera mechanism predict the April 8th eclipse path of totality? That was something he knew about ahead of time, and you know what he did? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, good for that. Yeah.
And Micah Ray is asking, is Dave's app still a data screen door? Yes, it is. Dave's app is still a mess. So yeah, and anybody's data in Dave's app is basically free for anybody else on the internet if they want to go and obtain the data. So all right, so. You have to respond. Apparently, so some people are saying, Roger that is saying that it doesn't look like the way it was worded from whoever at Canada said that they were going to be doing much with your filing.
What do you mean?
Like it sounded like they were like, yeah, you didn't put stuff together right. You don't have the. You don't have a position.
No, it's all right. I got a huge file yesterday from them sent by Peer Leader. It's 120 pages long.
Wow. Yeah. Sent by who?
It's all good. By Peer Leader, yeah, from Canadian Space Agency. I got all the documents here, boys.
What's Peer Leader?
What the heck's the matter with you? The company that ships packages.
Oh, I have not heard of that.
Pure Leader?
Yeah, we don't have that here.
They don't have Pure Leader in the States?
No, we got
worldwide.
We got FedEx and DHL and UPS and USPS. And in the Twin Cities, you got speedy delivery. It's like these white trucks all over the place. They're everywhere.
Yeah, I need to record players here. I'm getting it really clear tonight for some reason. So
all right, so Rossi has one question. Does Mikey know Ranger Gord or anyone else in Possum Lodge?
What is that? That show?
I don't know.
Yeah, Red Green. No, that's way on the East Coast.
Oh, that's Red Green. Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
More American humor, I guess, eh?
Well, it's in Canada. Are you there with somebody?
Just outside. Yeah.
Are you talking to somebody?
Remember, you have to go outside in order to record the stars.
Oh yeah, I was outside earlier. So, but are you there with somebody else?
No, they're just sitting here on the bench.
Who?
Just people.
Oh, all right. Say hi for me.
Okay, hi for me.
No. Say hi from Toon.
Yeah. Okay.
Say hi from.
Anyways,
I
gotta go record this guy. I gotta go record factual information that you know nothing about. Anyways, all right.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
To phone a flip.
Well, there it is. There it was. Nothing much to report from the legendary The Mikey Smith of the Smith clan. I don't think he's in a clan. But just said that because I'm setting up the next scene here. So, all right. So Witspit called in to this call here, and of course, I've got. Oh, that doesn't go there. Stop that. Oakley, okay. Yeah, got that. Okay. What's that? Go away. All right. I'm sorry. You know, a professional would definitely have all this figured out ahead of time. But you didn't get that. You didn't get that. Instead you got me. So, but we do get to laugh at the Flerfers. So, okay. Here is, all right. There we go. There. How's that look? Does that look good? That's what it's going to look like. So, all right. We're going to start with a little bit of Witspit. He comes in at 251. He's not in there for a long time. But he is in there. So, and we've got he's got some luggage items that he wants to talk about, you know, being the luggage for the trip. So let's listen a little bit here.
Well, he was threatening to run for president, so that's a problem.
Background guy.
There he is.
Alrighty, we have Witsit here. What's up, Witsit?
What up? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, a bit low, but yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
What's up, brother? What's up, Bob?
What up? Yeah, what's up, bro? Yeah, I'm just at dinner, so I'm stepping away for a sec to jump on here. But I'll tell you guys about the Shiva thing real fast, right? So, yeah, I just like a bunch of people were coming to me asking me if I was going to do this, whatever. I don't know anything about it really, but if I was going to jump on there and there was something to do with a bunch of people from MIT or whatever. And I'm like, I know Shiva ran for president and all this stuff. So I'm like, yeah, if flat earthers are going to go there, then I might as well be one of them. And I'll cook these MIT students in front of everybody, whatever.
I'll cook these MIT students. He's going to cook them because he's so smart. That's right. Austin, in his massive ego, thinks that he's going to cook MIT students. Well, I don't think they were ever proposed to be students, but he thinks he's going to cook them because he's so smart. Listen to the amount of ego dripping all over the place here.
It's the same reasoning I went to TFE. If flat earthers are going to participate, and we're not all going to agree not to do it, and we're going to breathe life into it, then we might as well have someone that's going to really be in there with the arguments. Or whatever.
So why they back out?
Well, I was actually just talking to him about it. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, why did Dave back out? That's a good question.
But so what I heard was, what Dave was just telling me is, he was just lying. Like, so Dave was going back and forth. And first they said there were going to be 20 flat earthers, and then publicly they were saying other stuff, and they came back and said only 3. And so
the initial this whole thing was this debate between the potato face guy and Shiva, and Shiva proposed, well, let's do a summit. Let's have it on June. He gave a couple dates, said we'll get 20 of your guys, 20 of our guys. We'll do it on site here. And during the chat, Dave's like, oh, I don't know if I can get 20 people. And but Shiva's like, yes, you get your people. And then what date will work? And Shiva proposed a couple dates. And apparently Dave didn't get back. Had no date, communication, no nothing back, right? Because Dave has one purpose. Dave's one purpose is to sell his app. That's it. That's all he cares about. And he's like, how could I sell the app from that? That's not going to get any app sales. So he's not too interested in that. My hand was off the, oh, I fixed it. You see it? It was spilling over the side there. I got to make sure yeah, there we go. Okay. So hold on. I didn't quite get it right. I got to update it a little more. Anyway, so Dave, I think, was like, oh, I can't do anything with my app. That's not going to help. So I think Dave kind of said, no, I'm going to get out of here. Get the heck out of here. Wasn't interested, didn't respond back. I'm not certain. I wasn't privy to any of the information. So it just seems to me from what was said that DIRTₕ did not have any kind of adult type responses and communication about the specific date. So then like after the fact, then some other people, not Flat Earth Dave, started shaking the tree, like Man of Stone, who's dumb as, oh my gosh, he's as dumb as infection pus. But anyway, he was trying to make it happen because he thinks he's so smart too.
From your camp, and then we're going to pick the other two out. So it went from 20 to 3, and they were going to pick them out, as opposed to we were going to pick out who we wanted. And then he was agreeing to all these stipulations, but then publicly they were lying, claiming that he was ducking them and not responding.
Ducking who?
And then that he found out he was working with MCToon, and they were lying about everything. So he said, all right, dude, I'm not doing this. It's bad faith. They're a setup.
Oh, they're running. They're chickens. They're chickens. That's what's happening. Flat Earth Dave is scared of me. Of course he's scared of me. He should be. Dave, I'll destroy you. Anytime I'm involved, you'll get destroyed. That's what's going to happen, Dave. 100% guarantee. And Dave, if you're going to try to do something on the big stage, I'm going to be there. I'm going to dog you. And Austin, same thing. Flat Earthers, you want to go mainstream? Guess who's going to be there in front of you? Me. I'm going to be in front of you. Not behind you, in front of you.
Or whatever. That's what Dave just told me. I never even talked to Dave about it until right now because we're eating at the same table. But
he did this thing before. He probably heard.
Okay. So here's what he's at this VIP thing. So they're at a convention this weekend. Is what it was. It was put on by Rob Skiba's son, Jeremiah Skiba. It's Truther Con, which con being con men. It's a bunch of con men that's speaking and conning people out of money in and under the false premise of truth being what they're interested in.
Heard MCToon was in and was like, "Oh, I'm out."
That's right.
He did the same thing to me.
Be scared. Be scared of me. Flat Earthers, you should be scared of me. I'll trash you every time.
Right. So like, I have all the receipts where I reached out to him. I DM'd him on X and I was like, yo, count me in for the flat earth test. And he's like, okay, sounds good. It'd be great to have you on there. And we're going to educate people about the scientific method or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. He said, send me your email. I sent him my email. And then someone else sent me.
I can't. It's set. All right. It's set at normal speed. Who's saying it? Andreas L says, please slow down one slower. You want it slower? Then, all right, I'll put it at 0.75. See how that goes.
A screenshot of a post on X where he was saying he would basically have a debate with me about geocentrism. So I messaged him again. I'm like, yo, by the way, I'd sent him the screenshots. I'm down to do this too, by the way. Let's set it up.
Now, let's just be clear. Shiva has no idea who Whitsitt is. Not even the slightest idea. Shiva doesn't pay attention to flat earthers. They don't exist to him. The only flat earther that Shiva knew before any of these things happened in Man and Stone making all the noise and everything this last month, 2 months maybe, the only flat earther he knew was DIRTₕ. Nobody else. Shiva doesn't know you, Austin. Keep that in mind, everybody. Listen to Austin's ego spew garbage all over the place.
Said, okay, cool. So I sent him my email, and then he didn't email me for like 4 or 5 days or something. And I was like keeping up with it for the next couple of days. He never emailed me. But then I see I'm being tagged on X. He's publicly claiming that I backed out, claiming that I ran away once I found out that Dave wasn't going to participate. None of that's true.
All right. So here's what actually happened from what I pieced together. And from what Austin has said in the past, because his story changes. That's what Austin does. He lies. So initially, Austin said he'd be in. And at that moment, DIRTₕ was going to be in. Well, so that was the first DMs, I think, on Twitter between Whitsitt and Shiva. Then Shiva said, send your email, which Whitsitt did. And then Shiva, I think, was doing other things, getting other people together, and then sent out an email to the participants saying, send your bio and your picture and things like that, right? So there's a screenshot of this on X. And Austin admitted that he didn't respond to that for 4 or 5 days. He didn't see it for 4 or 5 days. Well, Shiva took that non-response to mean that he was out, that he was ducking. Right? When you go 4 or 5 days, you can understand, well, maybe over a weekend or business hours, or people have businesses and things like that. But 4 or 5 days, whatever time frame that is, that amount of silence means something to somebody who's doing real work. So
then I started dropping all the receipts, all the screenshots, exposing him, and he just kept lying anyway. Like if you go to X and look at me and his interaction, you can see I completely exposed him, and he just kept lying. And then I was texting him.
Typical for Austin, claiming that I was exposing him when no. It's typical stuff. Austin was posting screenshots and admitting to not responding for 4 or 5 days. So that doesn't help your point there, Whitsitt.
I have a huge message I sent to him on X, like, bro, why are you lying? Obviously you're scared. He's claiming I chickened out. I'm like, okay, well, I'm sitting here saying I'll do it right now. So the truth is that he's scared to have me on it.
The truth is, he has no clue who you are, idiot. You giant egoed piece of turd luggage. He's not scared of you. He doesn't know you. How could he be scared of you if he doesn't know, if you don't even exist? You are the same as every single other flat earther on the globe to Shiva, other than Flat Earth Dave. Flat Earth Dave and all other Flerfs. That's it. There's 2 Flerfs that exist. Now, since then, like Man Stone has proven to be quite a douchebag. And so reading Shiva's tweets, you can see Shiva has no interest in dealing with Man Stone, who's pretty toxic. So anyway, all right, I put Whitsitt back up to 1x speed. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, so I drop receipts for all that. I would still do it. I don't even know what it is, though, by the way, other than...
Oh, wasn't it in the email that was sent to you that you didn't respond to for 4 or 5 days? Yeah. Talk to Unfornicated. I have. I know what was in that email.
Offering some type of prediction for FE, adhering to the scientific method and testing it. And so I just thought, okay, well, I'll go on there and then, I'll correct these people live.
I'll correct these people live. Oh, that's precious, Austin. So precious. That you think that you can correct actual people that do science. People who have to take responsibility for the things they do. Unlike flat earthers who can spout whatever nonsense they want and have zero responsibility, because they're not making a car where people have to be safe. They're not building a bridge where if you figure the physics out wrong, if you misapply the kinematic equations, right? Well, if you have that actual job and you do it wrong, property damage or worse, right? But a flat earther, they can just spout whatever garbage they want and nothing happens because nobody ever puts their stuff into practice. So, yes, Witspit's voice is annoying at any speed. So, all right, got a couple super chats here. I'll check out here before we move on. Jim Daniels, who brother to Jack, says, Whitspit sounds like he's also suffers from anxiety, mental suffering, humiliation, depression, apprehension, loss of relationship, damage of reputation, and emotional distress. He does sound like that. Wonder why. Rossi, all right, I read that one to Mikey from Rossi. Cal has been a member for 21 months. Thank you very much, says Tuesday. Mr. E-Man sent 5 gift memberships. I hope you thanked Mr. E-Man if you were the happy recipient. Rossi says, has it been a whole year of SmackDown? I think I'm more than a year and a half into the song SmackDown. I think it was like in January of 23. I don't know. But yeah, I might do a new song. I've been thinking about a new intro song. Leslie Rohrer says Purelator, armored car company here in the U.S. Oh, all right. There we go. Now we know.
Because like the shape of the Earth's not even science; it's actually a measurement question. And blah.
Oh, and here he's just showing he doesn't understand science, of course, right? All he knows about science is what Oakley, his Papa Flerf, told him. Right? He thinks that he's like, the shape of the Earth isn't science. You can have a hypothesis about the shape of the Earth. You can compute the consequences of the shape of the Earth, and then you can test them. So yeah, you can do science on that. Right? But Oakley, who's never done science, who got it from QE, wait a second, Oakley and QE, they don't get along anymore. Huh? Will Oakley give up his garbage understanding of his incorrect understanding of science now that QE and him have had their divorce? I don't know. And in the divorce between QE and Oakley, who gets the kids? And by kids, I mean Flatzoid and Whitspit, not Whitspit. Arwen, right? Who gets to keep Arwen? Well, I think what happens is it's shared custody between Meekin and QE and Oakley. It's complicated. I don't want to have to go through it. Shedsy49 says, might want to have a hand on the bleep button when Dumb Dave comes on. I thought about like editing the video to remove it, but no, I'm going to leave it in. So if you have sensitive ears, once Dave comes on, you're going to need to be careful. So seriously, if there's kids or people you don't want to hear having an angry, drunken Flerf swearing, this won't be the one for you. Rossi says, that was my 12-month milestone message. Well, thank you very much, Rossi. Says, has it been, a whole year? Oh, that's it. I got it. Okay, I thought you were talking about the song. All right, thank you, Rossi. Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. But so that's that, right? I dropped the receipts for all that on X and exposed him. He's just scared to have me on there. It's like him and MCToon.
Well, once again, you don't exist to him. He can't be scared of you.
I'm trying to do some setup and pick the flat earthers they think they can like make look.
How can Flat Earth be set up? If you have science, there's no setup to be had. You just do science. That's it. There's no setup. It's not possible.
Stupid, right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's clearly a setup.
That's crazy.
Well, you'll look stupid no matter what.
How are they going to pick both sides of a debate or a scientific experiment? That doesn't make any sense, except for they want this ball to land in their hands.
Can I say something else real quick? So, like, now imagine if I did participate.
How are they going to pick both sides? They're not going to pick both sides, right? The flat Earth is one side and globe is the other side. I guess they picked that, right? They didn't include the concavers because, they're mostly nuts. Most of them think they're Jesus, like Sam Hancock, that poor guy. He's a bit nutso. But how can they pick the participants? Of course you can pick the participants that you want to invite to do your experiment. That's normal. Hey, we're going to do this. Do you want to come be on the panel? Okay, we're going to assemble a panel. That's what you do. Even giving people a choice, right? Now, Dave initially agreed to be on it. And so Dave 100% should be there front and center, leading the way, saying, hey, here are my people that I would like you to bring on. But Dave is absent because he's chicken.
Hating that, or if somehow they end up walking it back and letting me on, people could look from the outside and be like, so look, this is clearly a setup. Witt's a part of it. He must be a shill. He's in on it. The same thing with TFE. It's like, I never wanted to go to TFE. Jaron breathed life into it, brought my name up. But once I realized it was going to be a thing and flat earthers were going to go, it's like, oh, so if they're going to try to set us up, it's better that someone go that's going to actually like be able to hold it down.
Set us up. Once again, it obviously wasn't a setup. And if you watched the live stream, not the live stream, the premiere of the flight that I put out today, where it started in the airport in Punta Arenas and it ended at Union Glacier, right? And it's an uncut video from Punta Arenas to landing in Union Glacier, right? Uncut the whole way. You can hear Austin talking. He was excited. He was excited to be there. So all this, I never wanted to go, but I took the fall for everybody else, because if somebody's going to go, it would have to be somebody who could be so ever so smartly smart. That's why he went. He thought that he's the smartest Flerf in the room.
Imagine if I didn't go to TFE and they just got someone else that flipped. Then they'd be able to run the narrative that all the flat earthers went and debunked themselves and they all flipped and they're all Globers now. You know?
Yeah. So well, you know, Jaron did, and Lisbeth exited Flat Earth, and Austin, well, he's still stupid. So he's just more of a laughing stock than ever before. And he's been ostracized by his own community. What a lovely situation he's in.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's why I agreed to do that. Not to mention, I wanted to go see it for myself if it was real. And that's why I agreed to do the Shiva thing. So you can see why that would piss me off if I'm trying to do it for the community, where it's like, this obviously sucks for me.
For the community.
It's inconvenient, but I'm trying to do it just so we have someone that's real deal from the community and going to represent us. That's a part of it, instead of it just being like a behind the curve 2.0 or whatever, you know? And then Jaron.
But it wasn't. It's been almost a year and it wasn't that. And here you are. Wah, I did it for the community because I so smart.
Totally. Like, I mean, come on, bro. He threw us under the bus. He gets interviewed. He jumps on the stream and says exactly what they needed to take out of context. And then do you notice who they put on all the mainstream articles? It wasn't me.
Yeah, because you're a nobody. And because you're the idiot that even though Flat Earth was completely falsified, you're still so dumb that you still held on to it. That's embarrassing for you.
What I said on the stream was that this doesn't make the Earth a globe, and it's independent of falsification of the globe, and physical empirical measurements of the surface still falsify the globe. That's what I said when they interviewed me on the stream. So then they just blocked me out of it. So anyway, there's that.
They just blocked me out of it. I got a cat. I got a cat wearing a turtle costume. Oh. Doesn't show up very well. There you go. Hand me the penguin.
Here you go, the penguin.
Oh, here's the penguin. Okay, there she is. Hi, the penguin.
Donkey's jealous now.
Yeah, Donkey, you get it. No. There you go. All right. Thank you. Pretty funny.
I will say, like, stuff like this image that was up of like
Oh yeah,
exposing-
but Austin, you going in place of any flat earther got you into a situation where even if though people want to believe what you are saying, it's impossible because the evidence is which was given out by the TFE team. You know very well, no one is buying it.
Oh, okay, yeah, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we were first going, we didn't even think we were going to have internet, you know? And then once we get there, everyone moves the goalpost to if there's not a 24-hour live stream then it's fake. It's like, okay, I was there, bro. We tried to do a 24-hour live stream and the freaking stream crashed.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Austin is correct about this. He's telling the truth about this, and the truthers reject the truth, as always.
And so it was like miraculous we even had internet there. So I don't know.
It wasn't miraculous to have internet. It was science to have internet. Elon Musk sent up I think they just crossed 10,000 satellites so that we could have internet. That's the only reason why he did it, right? No. But he loaded up a bunch of satellites on rockets, launched them into orbit around the globe, and we had internet. No miracle involved.
This is another thing. Think about this. Everyone's like, oh, look, we exposed them. Like they're claiming I faked my breath with the vape because all this stuff, right? It's like, we caught them. We exposed them. You realize that we are the one that released the footage that was 360 HD, like 30 hours long.
All right. So let's remind everybody the video footage, the 360 footage that Austin published was mangled. He's like, it was 4K HD. Like, no, it was a mess. It was an embarrassing mess. It wasn't good at all. Your footage was stupid.
So we gave you the video that you supposedly busted us with. Doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know. I'll be honest.
Okay, this is good here because Rossi was in their chat there. You see this? Rossi says, I just watched the whole Shiva DIRTₕ thing. I heard agreement to schedule a big meeting to design an experiment, not do one. Just agree what to do. Yes. And flat earthers who can't follow directions, they can't, pay attention to details, that they have no idea how to get together to propose and then agree on an experiment that everybody could together mutually agree to do and then to follow the results. None of them can comprehend how to do that. Right, so here they are all pissing about, wow, they're gonna do an experiment. Like, you're not gonna get together in a room and do an experiment. Just go listen to the conversation. It's not hard.
I tried to answer everyone's question, barely got any sleep, answered everything anyone was saying for like 2 weeks. I even hosted a debate on my own channel about whether or not I went and did something that I know I did. And it was never good enough, The goalpost kept moving. People still claimed it's fake, so I just gave up. I'm like, whatever.
Well, instead of doing all that, like, I asked for one of the easiest things in the universe. I figured
he asked for one of the easiest things in the universe.
That you guys could present the tickets. You guys could present a receipt. And even if you don't have a ticket, even if you presented a boarding pass saying that you went from Punta Serenas to Union Glaciers.
How hard is it to look up how to pronounce Punta Arenas? There's no S on the end of it. It's not about not knowing how to pronounce Spanish words. He's adding an S where there isn't an S. He could just go read it.
And we didn't see that. Like, we haven't seen that. Hold on, let me finish up. We didn't see that. It's almost a year. It's almost a whole year. We're in October. We're in November right now, and we haven't seen not one. And then the thing.
Good job, Ironworks. He thinks we're in November. This was a couple days ago, and the current date, just for everybody in the future, the current date is October 28th. This recording was 2 days prior to this moment right now. It was October 26th. So Vlad, Ironworks, is unaware that October 26th is not November.
It's not just the paper. We want to see that combined with the online itinerary. And
all right. Well, now, of course, these things have been shown. They have been. But just today, just to really, really humiliate him, here is the page, MCToon.net/TFE. Right, here you go. I've shown this before in live streams, but here is my page on it, which has videos from Antarctica, including the real-time full flight from Punta with no S, Punta Arenas to Antarctica. And here's the boarding pass from Punta Arenas to Union Glacier. Paper, right here. It's a 52 meg file. And screenshot of the digital one here. From Punta Arenas, PUQ, to Union Glacier, UGL. Flight ALE TFFIP, date 2024-12-14. Boarding 9:14, depart 10 o'clock. There you go. There's the paper boarding pass, the digital boarding pass. You can download them. And in fact, I have zipped up the original file as it came off of my phone. It is an HEIC format file. I zipped it. It has the EXIF data, including the GPS, so you can see where I was when I took the photo. So there you go. Vlad, your demand has been satisfied. And now, like an honest person, you will accept that, correct? No, flat earthers are not honest. He won't accept it. He'll move the goalpost. He will sea lion. That's what they do.
If you can't provide those things, you should be able to provide. If you can't provide all at the same time, you should be able to provide something.
Bruce Wayne, if you could afford it or were given another opportunity, would you go to Antarctica again? Of course I would. I would love to. In fact, I tried to find a Flerf to fund it for me. My $100,000 bet is my attempt at funding it, right? And that's why I chose $100,000. The trip is $32,000, and then there's flights, so it's under 40, just to, bare bones to go. I already have the cold weather gear, but my wife wanted to go, so the two of us together were looking at $70,000 to $80,000. So if we go and we bet a Flerf $100,000, then we will get the 100,000, because I know what'll happen. The sun will circle. I know it wasn't faked. And then we would pocket, $30,000 to $40,000 after the trip. It'd be fantastic, right? But no flat earther thinks that it was faked. There are 0 flat earthers that think that TFE was faked, because if they did, they would come pony up and drop that $100,000 into escrow and come take it from me, in their mind, right? But none of them think that TFE was faked. If they would, they'd do it. So that right there, the fact that none of them have done that proves that none of them think it was actually faked. They're just saying that because it's their cope. Like, I don't have $100,000. Well, if you're sure about it, go borrow the money. I would have to mortgage my house. I'd have to get a second mortgage on my house for $100,000 plus a little extra, because closing costs on a second mortgage and interest for a month, right? I'd probably have to go get a $110,000 mortgage, right? I'd do that. I'd drop it in escrow. And then, they do the same, right? We'd put together a process to make sure that they didn't back out. I'd need to see their proof of ability to pay. And then we would go and I'd get their money. I'd take it. Absolutely. 100% I'd take it. They could mortgage their house. They could borrow it. They could crowdfund it. However they want, they could go do that. Right? Steel City JW says, well, it proves the ones who have 100K think it was real. See, I don't think that's the case. Because if there was a sure thing, and I only had to come up with $100,000 for a month, I'd do it. Would you do it? Think about that. Absolute 100% guarantee. Right? Yes. Easy. This isn't a bet. It's not a bet. Right? It's like, here, I'll put $100,000 that the world will exist in 24 hours. Is that a safe bet? It is. It's not a bet. Right? Anyway, this is about it for Witsit.
Then online to say, hey, see this? It should come along with the serial number. Like everybody is accounted for on everything that flies, whether it's a freaking dirigible or a freaking dart. You understand? So
serial number. I don't think he's ever flown. Has he ever flown? I don't think so.
The tickets were the easiest things in the universe. And all like for all this shit that you guys talk, we kept getting ignored. I figured that the tickets would be easy because they are easy.
To be clear, the tickets have been shown. What happened is he didn't do his own research. He didn't go and find out that the tickets have already been shown. So let me see. I'll look at mine. Is there a serial number on the ticket? There's no serial number on the ticket. There's seat 13C. That's the only thing. I don't know. Maybe there's a couple unique numbers down at the bottom. But he doesn't know what he's talking about. He probably's never flown.
Understand what I'm saying? So I don't think that I'm being unreasonable. And when
Dave showed his to Vlad.
Get to month number 8 and we're still asking for tickets. Yes, I'm going to be unreasonable. Yes, I'm going to be irrational.
No one asked me for tickets, so like I can even try to look them up right now, right? But they were boarding passes on my phone. Same thing with show us the stamp in your passport. You don't have. I showed my passport. And then what happened? Everyone just moved the goalpost. It wasn't good enough. If I showed...
Oh, poor Austin. They're doing what you taught them to do.
The tickets, it won't be good enough. It was faked. If I show the telemetry data, it'll all be faked. I played this game for 3 weeks straight.
Well, with all due respect,
the only thing that bothered me, let me interrupt for a second.
All right. Let's say hello to Justin, guys. Let's say hello, just... Guys, relax.
Hey, what's good, guys?
Yeah, JJ, what's up, brother? Go ahead.
I'm going to say that with it, you know Lowry, correct?
Yeah. One moment.
Okay. Well, Lowry had an issue where he was during the live stream. He was asked in a position of the sun, and he could not. And he was supposedly in a live stream, and he does have an issue with that. And everybody knows Lowry. You know, Mars. You know, and he did ask during supposedly the live stream what position the sun was in because they had 2 other.
So and Nick Ann says, yes, Dave showed Vlad his boarding pass, but Vlad only wants to see Jaren's. What does it matter? Who? It doesn't. That's cope. That's because he's not interested in truth.
People that was doing a observation themselves. And during the supposed live stream with Lowry, that he didn't get a response for a position.
All right. Well, that's it for the moment for that. But I want to show something here. That's it for Witsit. We'll get back to this. I just want to show you something. I debated Vikka. And during the debate, he showed his screen, his desktop, the desktop of his computer. And I just want to show you. This is his desktop. He's got his script there that he's going to present, right? Which is fine. We had put together an outline of our debate. But there on the desktop picture, Vikka Draziv's desktop picture is Vikka Draziv. I just let that sink. Just marinate, I think, with a D. Marinate in that thought that Vikka Draziv's desktop picture isn't just actually Vikka. It's not just like a selfie. This looks to me like a glamour shot. His wallpaper is a picture of himself. Like when Vikka, here's what I wonder. How can I put this gently? When Vikka has private time and pulls up pictures of videos of, I don't know, when he in his head or on screen, when he brings up those things, right? What does he bring up? Does he bring up like pictures of himself when he has his private time? Anyway, there's your thought. Let that marinate or marinate, whatever. You marinate stuff in a marinade. Okay, so you will marinate in the thought of Vikka using glamour shots during his private time. You're welcome. You're welcome for that. Harnold says, the number of shattered Flerf factions has become so complex, I feel like I'm reading Game of Chodes. I'm going to leave Vika's glamour shot up there. David Griffin says, psychological disorder book contains every Flerf. Hi, puppy. Hello. The dogs love to sit under my desk. They do. Evil Producer 1 says, sorry, but Shiva has his own brand of stupid grifting. Look him up. I've looked him up. I know. But if somebody's going to shine the light on the stupid that is Flerfdom, then I can partner with that person, whoever they may be, for a time. You're not going to find somebody that agrees with everything, right? That is your position. If you required that, you couldn't do anything, right? You wouldn't even be able to listen to music because none of your musicians have the same position as you on any topic at all, on every topic. So I'll, ships passing in the night. Exposing Ma's tricks, Ryan Casey in the Seattle area there says, just a reminder, ball explanations are not science. Actually, they are. Attempts to show they are BS is science. Well, yes, you can test a hypothesis, and that is science. So that is correct. The first part is not, the second part is. But I see Ace Fox is a very good thing. Asking who should get custody of Arwen. So we got number 1, Oakley. Number 2, Meekin. We got Huey. And we got there we go. Okay, so the poll is coming up right now for everybody to vote in while you continue to marinate in the pic. You know what? That's not big enough. Marinate in Vikka's desktop picture. Let's get this a little bigger here for you. I want you to really know this is what. I'm not on there. Where's my? There you go. I got to get my. I don't know why my picture's not on there. There we go. I'm working on it. It's coming. Just a second. Be patient. I know you are being patient. I'm getting it set up. I don't know why I wasn't on there. Okay. Let's move this down. There we go. There we go. Okay. There it is. Just look at that. Look at his desktop picture. I can't believe it. It's so funny. Inquisitive Infidel says flat earthers deny observations whenever they counter the flat earth. They can't fathom supporting predictions since their side can't predict anything. And that's become very, very super apparent in this last year, especially. Ask a flat earther to make a prediction using flat earth and they will make every excuse to get out of making predictions for flat earth. Because they know 100% of the time it will fail. Wayne, that's not a dick, says, just a reminder, Flerf explanations are not science. Attempts to show they are science is BS. And though both of those are true. Yes. Arnold says, Whitsitt is Flerf Jeebus. Gave himself up for your derp. He did. Shedsy says, green screen tune is fake. Yep. Totally. That's how it works. That is how it works. Janish Taka says, Whitsitt map dual fisheye preview onto a cube map. At least it has no stitching artifacts or stitching at all. Sharpest crayon in the box. Yep. Sharpest crayon in the box. Whitsitt didn't even do it. Whitsitt, so let me just, I'll go to the full screen here. So here's what happened. Whitsitt didn't do anything. The videos were sent from Dave McKeegan and from Will Duffy from their Insta360s, provided for free to Austin, who did nothing to get to do them. He was just handed them the Insta360 files. Rather than pull them up in the Insta360 studio and render them for YouTube, he sent them off to two different people. The time lapse from Dave McKeegan, he sent to one person, and the non-time lapse, the real-time version, he sent to Will, or from Will, he sent to somebody else. Both of them rendered the videos differently, mangling them in different ways, and then Austin uploaded them to his channel. Dave McKeegan rendered his correctly. Will didn't do it. Both Dave McKeegan and myself rendered the videos and uploaded directly to Will's channel. In the end, what happened is the videos were rendered correctly on Will's channel, on Dave's channel, on my channel, and incorrectly on Whitsitt's channel. But no, he's the one that brought the information, everybody. He's the one. He is Flat Earth Jeebus, as you said there. All right. Let's get back to this here.
And, you know, sometimes, brother, you know, we was at the.
All right, AP Nation, bro. Hey, relax, bro. Relax. Like, we need to go. JJ, you have something to say? Quick, go ahead.
Yeah.
JJ, go ahead.
That. Yeah, appreciate that. You hear me loud and clear? Loud and clear?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So, Austin, with all due respect, brother, you know, our first, mistake.
With all respect, it's not going to have any respect, will it?
Is guilty by association. You know, even being in compliance with the powers that be was a no-no, and we all know that. We should have.
Oh, you should never do an experiment, people. That's what JJ is saying. Never engage in anything. Never try to do anything at all. Right? You definitely shouldn't use any things that the powers that be produced. For example, you'd never use like a video sharing platform that the powers that be put together. You'd never use that. And when driving your car from one place to another, you know, from your home to where you work as a taste tester at the urinal cake factory, you would never want to use something that the powers that be put together. For example, you know, GPS. You wouldn't want to use that, right? Because that's guilty by association.
Made it happen on our own, and you know that's just the start of it, you know. And we have too many anomalies with it, and you know you can hand dismiss them and say none of them were real or whatever you want to claim. But you know, one of my biggest problems is when you had to the discussion with Dustin Nemos, and you were hand dismissing that was Mount Rossman, and you guys literally had to.
Okay, so this is pretty good. This doesn't show fakery. This shows how dumb-wits it is. How he doesn't pay attention to details. How while he was in Antarctica, he was just farting around being useless. You know, luggage.
Back up barely, just so the sun wouldn't go behind the mountain in the first place. And you claim that you went through mountains, hung a left, hung a right, 1.7 kilometers, and lost track of this and played dumb that you were on the other side.
He wasn't playing dumb. He really is dumb.
Of this mountain, when it's clearly right,
bro.
Dude, just seriously, bro. All due
I already
respect,
admitted
bro.
that I was wrong about that. Like when the Dustin,
You would have never. You would have
Dude,
never.
stop. You weren't there.
My bad.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Dustin Nemo made like 20 claims that were totally ridiculous. They were all debunked. So when he claimed that,
Not
I was
fallacious.
like, dude, well, no, it's not fallacious. It's recorded. He was objectively refuted multiple times in a row. And the problem I have with people, I encourage people to not believe stuff, to be skeptical, whatever. There's a difference in that and claiming something's fake, slandering people, etc. But it doesn't matter. I was wrong about the mountain being the same. You know, someone showed me afterwards, like, oh, look, it is the same mountain. This is where we were. Actually, Jaren's the one that showed me. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I know there's a little bit of buffering there.
You know, my bad. I was wrong about that. That's not lying. I literally just didn't even know.
Hey,
and yeah, you get in a giant machine. You get in this giant vehicle, right? That's this souped up vehicle.
And surrounded by more windows than in a normal vehicle. There's windows on both sides. It's just, it's like a bus, except there's no side of it that doesn't have just windows on it. Plus you can see out the front. You can see, it was so easy to see everywhere. It was a tall vehicle. You could nearly stand up inside, and you're sitting right next to a window. It was so easy to not, to completely know exactly where you were the whole time. It was super easy.
And you just drive for
There's
however
nothing
long.
even in between you and that mountain. When you guys left to the second location, there's nothing even in between you. And
That's
you're not
right.
going to convince me. I don't know how you're going to convince people that you're not smart enough to know that's not the same mountain. You literally.
Because he's not smart. I love this. I love that Flerfs are finally catching on that Witspit is not smart.
Where I said I don't care what you think. Like I'm not.
Well,
trying to
that's
convince
fine.
You,
You don't have to care because the truth doesn't care about what you think or
That's
I
right.
think.
The truth doesn't care what you
but here's
think.
the
I went to
facts.
Antarctica factual.
Here's the facts. You backed up. You backed up so because the sun goes behind the mountain, and then you're literally going to be looking at the same mountain.
No,
'cause
the
you
reason
backed
we've
up.
changed location is because they said that with the where the camp is, the sun goes behind that mountain, right? So then they set
That's what the guy just said. That's what he just said, Austin.
up specifically for this trip, knowing what we were doing. They moved us however far away so that we'd be out in the open and the sun wouldn't go down below the mountain. So we went there. We had no internet. We set up Starlink. All of that's real. We did that and barely slept.
He forgot to say he didn't have internet for 18 hours. I'm sure that's coming.
And had all those people crammed into one little room. And it's like, you're saying like a guilty by association and we shouldn't have even done it. Okay, well, this is how I view it. I would have never spent 35 grand to go to some approved location in Antarctica, hoping it wasn't cloudy. Like I would have never done that. So
Austin, you don't have $35,000. You don't earn money. Since coming back from the trip, I think he's done 3 separate fundraisers for $10,000 each. Wrong, maybe it's 2. I know it's at least 2, but I think it's 3. Right? Of course he doesn't have that money. All right. I'm going to jump into where DIRTₕ shows up because this is not as interesting after this point. 328.05. 328.05. Now, DIRTₕ claims that he's sober at this point. I don't know if he is or not. I don't care if he is or not. He's a douche no matter what. He's always a douche.
With
Dr. Shiva. So I do interviews with all sorts of sketchy people. I'll interview anybody that wants to talk about flat Earth, especially if they hate flat Earth, right? So I got Dr. Shiva's ear by somebody introduced me to him who had his ear that was in one of his groups. And so he agreed to do an interview. I was very excited about it. I'm like, this is big. He's got a big audience and he's seems like a logical guy. So you saw the video and he just sucked. Look at my face. I couldn't fucking wait for that podcast to be over.
Oh yeah. This is the time for you to move on if the language is gonna hurt you, because Dave has a potty mouth. Dave, just to remind everybody, I just want everybody to know, Dave Weiss plays the religion card. He knows that a large portion of his audience are religiflurfs, and he wants to play into them. And he goes on to shows of people that are highly religious Christians, very dedicated literalists, Bible literalists. That's his, he really loves that, because then he gets to fool them into thinking that the Bible says things that it doesn't actually say literally. But Dave isn't anything like that. Dave is just playing them. Now, I don't think he's any different than people like Kenneth Copeland or Jim Baker, right? Who played religious people for their own financial gain. I see him as the same thing, right? Exact same thing. Except that he doesn't put on the facade of Jesus. He puts on the facade of being a spiritual person, right? And he uses careful language. He doesn't say Jesus. He says the Creator, which allows people that are being uncritical to just drop in their own terminology, so they can think that they are in agreement with him. He doesn't agree with Bible literalists. He doesn't agree with them. He just wants their money. They're just, it's this religious stuff is just a means to an end for him. He's not the first to do it. Plenty of people put on that facade, but it's very clear.
Right? He wouldn't listen to anything, nothing. Talking about 20 flat earthers, 20 fucking MITs. He's going to host the same thing, whole thing. I'm like, the first thing I'm thinking is he going to fly everyone up there?
Why would he fly you up there? You get yourself up there. This is very obvious. You get yourself there. 100%. Why would you think that he should pay for you? Get your own stuff out there.
I'm like, this is bullshit. And then he gave 3 dates, and I'm just like, okay, great. And I just knew it wasn't even going to happen.
But he never responded. How about this date? I talked to the 20 flat earthers. They all can show up on this date. We will get ourselves there because we're big people. Our mommies will book us the plane tickets and come along with us so that they can make us Hot Pockets and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and cut off the crust.
So the dates come and go, and as they were going, we're like, "Hey, we've got a group of people, and but we want to have a Zoom call first to discuss how this is going to go." That makes sense. No response. I have the text messages. I've posted them on X. And so me and you guys know who Man of Stone is. He's a pretty smart guy.
No,
he was
not.
working this because he really wanted it to work out. So he's kind of leading this because I just didn't have time to deal with it, and I thought it was bullshit in the first place. So then MCToon gets involved, and Dr. Shiva must have embraced him because all the messages that came from Dr. Shiva after that had MCToon's writing style, period. It was
my writing style. Wow. Thank you for all this credit. But I can assure you, Shiva was writing from himself. I didn't take over his account, you douche.
Totally fucking MCToon, calling me a scammer. He started using...
But you're a scammer. Of course you're a scammer.
...terms that MCToon uses in that group.
So I think what he did is Shiva had started doing some investigating. That's what I think. And he had discovered who you were because of the people that were critical of you, instead of just the people, instead of going to your echo chamber, which is what you do with your app, right? That's Dave's trick. He uses his app to keep people in the echo chamber. Like, oh, do your own research. How do you do your research? By going to Dave's app and watching all the videos that Dave wants you to watch. That's how you do your own research. No, it's not. That's not doing your own research.
So then he goes, well, we're only going to have 3 flat earthers. 1 from your camp, so that's going to be me.
Good.
And 2 from another camp.
Yeah,
like that
great.
they get to pick from. Like, what other fucking camps are you talking about?
Well, you know, it could be Mark Sargent, could be Nathan Oakley, could be Flatzoid, could be Dell, could be Eric Dubé. Like, what would you do? You'd go to the big names: DIRTₕ, Dubé, Sargent. Those are the 3. Those 3 right there would be the ones, right? And like DIRTₕ and Sargent, they you know, they're buddies, right? So maybe you could say they're in the same camp. Maybe that wouldn't be appropriate then. Maybe it should be, I don't know, Oakley. Oakley doing science, hilarious. But anyway, you know, that'd be the idea, right? So you get a wide berth of flat earthers involved in this, right? So you can get to amongst all of them. Here, this is how we can agree together to do a test. But no, Dave's like, no, I don't want to do that, right? But three isn't enough. So rather than say, let's have it be more than 3 and I'll definitely come, he's like, I'm gonna run away.
And I'm like, this is bullshit. I don't work with demons. I'm out. I don't want anything to fucking do it.
By the way, you know, again, back to this demon and false spirituality stuff. The language that Dave is using would be the language of demons, just for reference, if you're going to be asking what other, you know, Bible literalists and conservative literal Christians and evangelicals. Yeah, Davey's language here, Dave is demon.
With this, right? So Man of Stone, excuse me, Man of Stone and a couple other people. By the way, backing up a little bit, I put a call out to everybody. I did it on X, I did it on TikTok, everywhere. I said, hey, we're going to have a Zoom call on Saturday, whatever date that was. And I said, come with your best flat earth proof experiments, and we're going to decide which one is the best to present to Dr. Shiva. So I thought I had a really good one, but Man of Stone had a better one. And
I'm curious to know what Man of Stones is. But here's the really important thing for this. Right? Dave only uses this spiritual facade to make money. If he was actually, you know, an actual spiritual person, he would know. Spiritual people aren't scared of demons. No, they're not scared. You go right into the lion's den, right? This isn't even a Christian thing. This is a Jewish thing. This is an all Abrahamic religion thing. David, you go in, right? Daniel in the lion's den. How could Dave had to know this? Growing up Jewish, he had to know about Daniel in the lion's den. You go in. You're not scared of demons. You confront them. That's why I confront Dave. Just a little motivation there. But Dave, no, Dave's chicken. He won't do it.
everyone agreed his was the best. So that's what we did. We did a formal proposal. We wrote it up. We sent it to him, to his secretary, and we kept.
And of course, being a child, Man of Stone and DIRTₕ don't understand the process. Going to meet together to propose the experiment. You bring that to the meeting. You don't send it ahead of time. You bring it to the meeting. They're so dumb. It's like, you ever watch the Sovereign Citizen courtroom antics? Like, they do everything wrong in court. Everything wrong. The wrong order, the wrong process. They're like, I need discovery. Like, this discovery happens after this point in the process. They don't know, but they think they know. They think they're experts at everything. This is the same thing. It's just idiots that think they understand how to interact with adults, but don't.
Kept trying again and again and again. But then flashing forward, they changed the rules. They said one person from my camp. Now, let me ask you guys a question. If you're going to have a scientific debate where we have to really go over the scientific method.
I would have no flat earthers in there if you cared about science, because they don't know how to do science.
Would you ever pick me to be that person?
No.
The answer is no.
No, but I can't name one flat earther.
Not that good at that stuff.
We know. We believe you.
There are better people. Now, I did not recommend Austin Whitsitt, although I do think that he would probably be the best, right? I like Man of Stone. Perfect. You got the guys from Ether Cosmology, Alan and shit.
You mean Austin from Ether Cosmology too, right?
Those guys are fucking genius, far beyond my understanding. I'm like,
no, they're just as dumb as you. They just put on a better facade of pretending to understand.
You guys fucking run with it. And then they said that I ran. No, I didn't run. I don't work with demons, period. That's what I said to Duffy.
You run. You're a chicken.
Also, you guys are fucking showing the picture of Duffy. Boy, Vikka, you're a fucking dick. You know the story behind that picture. That picture was when I was at the Greg Locke debate. Duffy comes up to me as a million other people. Hey, I'm a big fan. You know, Duffy comes up to me and goes, I'm a big fan. Can I get a picture? And his buddy took a picture of me. He points at me. He smiles. I'm like, hey, do I know you? Do you have a channel? He goes, no, but you will soon. And he left. And I've
listen closely to what Dave's about to say.
Never, ever spoken to him since then or before then. But you
really? You've never spoken to him since then or before then? Dave, are you sure you're telling the truth there?
You guys are saying, oh, we don't make assumptions. We don't do things unless we have evidence, right? You have no fucking evidence on anything you've claimed about me. Contract? What fucking contract? That would mean I have to be in contact with somebody that says I'm in charge, you know, that you have to do this, Dave. Nobody has ever fucking told me what to do. Ever in this. I've done all of this myself. All the fucking interviews I get are all done myself. All the things. Now, other flat earthers say, hey, Dave, this is a good argument. That's a bad argument. I listen to stuff. I learn stuff. I change.
No, he just parrots. If somebody sends him a meme, he doesn't check it. He just chucks it in his deck. That's it. He doesn't do any verification.
I used to say that the circling sun in Antarctica would prove the Earth is a fucking globe. I was wrong about that.
You're wrong about everything. If you were wrong about those things, what makes you think you're right about the other things that you think? You don't have a way to evaluate whether or not you're right or wrong about stuff.
Now, you know what? I don't think, you know, Austin and I disagree. I think they faked the fucking sun in Antarctica. You guys think they faked all of Antarctica, which is even fucking crazier than what I'm thinking, right? You guys are fucking making assumptions and just putting them out there like fucking facts. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking.
I just want to see.
Calm down, Dave.
Relax, Dave.
Relax. Fuck you guys.
Relax.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. You guys suck. You guys are the fucking shit. You don't
relax,
wake up anybody.
Dave. Okay, Dave, you want to hear it before you go?
Fucking sick of your shit.
Chill,
Dave,
bro.
Fuck you.
Dave.
And fuck everyone.
You want to listen? You want to listen? You want to listen in Will Duffy's word? We didn't make this shit up.
Fuck you, Vikka.
We didn't make this shit up.
You've said in 100 shows that I'm working with Duffy, that I have contracts with Duffy, that I've been doing this forever. I have zero contact with Duffy. You've probably spoken to Duffy more than
zero contact. He just said, people, zero contact. Oh dear, I've got receipts. I know Craig reviewed this. I know Whatcast reviewed this. I know other people have reviewed this, but I got something that none of them have coming up.
Than me.
Don't let your emotions get the best.
All right, so you want to hear it? You want to hear it?
Because you guys suck.
Oh, yeah, you want to hear it, Dave? Before you go,
let's hear it. Wait, Vikka, bring it. Bring me one fucking fact that you have about this.
Okay, can you be quiet for a minute?
Yeah,
and listen?
Go ahead.
Right after being in the final experiment headpiece, the control...
Oh, I hate AI voices. Can't you just use your own stupid voice?
Opposition is getting ready to be involved in another headpiece. A lot of the interviews that Dave Weiss does is with sketchy people. We know that he met Will Duffy in December of 2023, and he was supposed to do a debate with him in January of 2024.
My name is Will Duffy. I'm the pastor of Agape Kingdom Fellowship in Colorado. This discussion was originally supposed to be me and Dave White, who is best known as Flat Earth Dave, but I believe he's traveling and couldn't make it. So,
okay, hey, now let me respond to that. Let me respond to that.
Listen closely.
Good top it. I've heard he played. He played it 3 times already. I've heard it. I've heard it. So Duffy, he set up a debate with me and him that I never heard about, that I never
How many
agreed to.
did you have, Dave? Can you relax?
No.
How many drinks have you had, Dave?
Listen,
relax. We can hear you when you talk. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just listen. Duffy set up a debate with me in his own mind. He presented it to me. I didn't even friggin' respond.
Really?
I was not traveling. I
really.
And I think I might have sent one email saying, "Don't ever contact me again.
Really?
I don't work with demons." And he even quoted me on one of his podcasts. Go find it. He said that he quoted me calling him a demon. Right.
This was, of course, that did happen after the people voted for to be the first one to be offered the trip to Antarctica. That's when he did it. When he discovered that he was a chicken. When he was a chicken, he's like, DIRTₕ is like, oh, DIRTₕ is a chicken. DIRTₕ no go.
Right. I don't work with demons. So they got in touch with Witsit. Right. And so they're like that.
Oh no, what cast? I got something else. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
I was traveling and couldn't make it, so I referred with bullshit. None of that. Hey, I was supposed to have a debate with Vikka today, but Vikka didn't show up, right? Vikka, why didn't you show up?
But it's not in my word. Duffy is saying you are supposed to be in this debate, and you post
But I never heard about the debate. I never agreed to it. I didn't know about it.
But didn't you listen? You didn't listen to the end part, Dave.
I heard
He's
it
saying
3 fucking times.
no, but the last part he's saying, if something goes wrong here, the one who is supposed to be blamed is Mr. Dave White.
That's
right. I didn't show up for the debate, so he's there. So he said that. He can say anything he wants.
But who organized that debate? You were saying you didn't have anything to do with other than one email.
I wasn't involved.
He wasn't involved
with him organizing that debate. I would never agree to that debate. He never discussed it with me. He set up he goes, I'm going to debate David
All
Weiss.
right, take a chill pill. All right, take a chill pill, Dave.
All right. Well, let's have a listen here. Did this happen? Well, I got a couple things here. To show. You're gonna love this. So let me get this here. I edited the screen to make Vikka's desktop way too big. So all right, here is an email. An email from Dave. info@theflatearthpodcast.com. Would you be willing to live stream with us on the Jeranism channel and discuss globe versus flat earth? This is December 17 of 2023. Do you see that there at the top? We are very nice and offer a very friendly discussion platform. In your last video, you said you would be really revealing a globe proof. It would be great if you revealed it live on our show. We have over 160,000 subs and would like to give you the exposure you deserve. Please let us know and we can schedule it. Please do not tell us your proof beforehand, as learning about it live will make for a great globe proving show. Thanks, Dave. Who did this email get sent to? It's not there. I clipped it. It's off the top. Don't worry. I will show you who it is to. It is to Scott Shamblin, whose email address is info@akf.church. Uh-oh. What is that? Anyway, so that email that was then responded to by Scott, it says, hey, Dave, I will pass this on to Will this week for you. I bet he would love to do something like that. Thanks, Scott. Now hold on a second there. Davy Poo. Didn't you just say that you didn't have anything, you didn't know anything, you had nothing to do with it, you've never spoken with them, this debate didn't exist, it was only something that happened in Will's mind? Is that what you said, Dave? That's what you said. I'm sure that's what you said. But I'm reading something here that speaks completely different. Totally different. All right, well, let's have a look. What did Dave respond to? Well, Dave responded, thanks, Scott. If he wants to talk to me before making any decision, here is my cell. He needs to text me first, or it will go straight to voicemail if he is not in my contacts. I am willing to learn something new if he has it. Now, I did redact his phone number. You're welcome, Dave. I redacted your phone number. So, and yes, that is Comic Sans. That is the font that Dave has manually chosen to be his font. He has selected it. Yeah, if you've maybe seen it before, he has that as his default font. Anyway, so there he's having a back and forth. So Scott says, hey, Dave, I'll pass this on to Will. And Dave says, on December 17th, thanks, Scott, if he wants to talk to me before. So this has happened as of December 17th. They are in communication about this topic. All right, let's see the fourth one here from Scott Shamblin, info@akf.church. So akf.church is the church that Will was at the time the pastor of. Oh my goodness. Hey, Dave, I spoke with Pastor Will today and he's willing to come on the Jeranism channel with you. But he's in the middle of a 3-part series on irrefutable globe proofs. This will end on 1/7/24. And then he's out of town the next week, does 117 or 118 or 119 work for that live discussion. I also told him you guys want to provide a globe proof without telling you beforehand. And he says he can do it that as well. And he has one more that he will not be covering in the current 3-part series. Please let me know if one of those dates will work and I'll put it on his calendar. Thanks, Scott. Oh my goodness. Oh, what is going to happen, Dave? Turns out Dave was lying. Turns out, but you know, it's worse than that. It's worse than that because, well, here.
My name is Will Duffy. I'm the pastor of Agape Kingdom Fellowship in Colorado. This discussion was originally supposed to be me and Dave White, who is best known as Flat Earth Dave, but I believe he's traveling and couldn't make it. So,
okay, hey, now let me respond to that. Let me respond to that. You can stop it. I've heard you play it. You played it 3 times already. I've heard it. I've heard it. So Duffy, he set up a debate with me and him that I never heard about, that I never
How many
agreed to.
did you have, Dave? Can you relax?
No, listen.
Yep. Relax. We can hear you when you talk. All right.
Okay.
Go
so
ahead.
just listen. Duffy set up a debate with me in his own mind. He presented it to me. I didn't even friggin' respond. I was not traveling. And I think I might have sent one email saying, don't ever contact me again. I don't work with demons. And he even quoted me on one of his podcasts. Go find it. He said that he quoted me calling him a demon, right? I don't work with demons. So they got in touch with Witsit, right? And so they're like that I was traveling and couldn't make it. So I referred with bullshit. None of that.
Okay. And then there's this.
David Weiss, please leave your name and number and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press
January
1 for more
10.
options.
Hey Dave, Will Duffy here. Got your email with the invitation to come on with you and Jaron on Jeranism. Happy to do that now. It looks like I'm not in your contacts yet as it just went straight to voicemail, so feel free to give me a shout back. 720-432-9455. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
So there's Will Duffy leaving a voicemail for Dave on January 10 of 2024. All right. And then, well, I got this little one. You just listen.
What's up, Will?
How's it going?
Going great, man.
Awesome. So
you want to have a debate?
I'm not a big debate fan. I'm more of a discussion fan.
Perfect. I like that. I hate debates. Matter of fact, but here's the thing. I can't do it. I'm in Mexico for a couple months, and the internet here sucks. But
he's traveling.
Jaron's going to host a debate, and Austin Whitsitt is going to have a discussion and address all of your points. Are you good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Super friendly. Friendlier than I am.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay.
Okay. I'll save your number. We'll figure out how's your schedule? Are you kind of wide open?
I'm definitely wide open, but it has to be before the 26th of this month. So it has to be in the next couple weeks.
Oh, perfect. We'll get it done. We'll get it done super fast.
Okay. Sounds good.
I will set it up and we'll get back to you. Someone will text you or I'll text you and we'll figure it out.
Okay. I appreciate it.
All right. Listen, open discussion. You can teach us something new. Maybe we can teach you something new. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, man. Thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go. Turns out Dave was lying.
But it's not in my word. Duffy is saying you are supposed to be in this debate and you post
But I
Austin
never
there.
heard about the debate. I never agreed to it. I didn't know about it.
But didn't you listen? You didn't listen to the end part, Dave.
I heard
He's
it
saying
3 fucking times.
no,
Vikka.
but the last part he's saying if something goes wrong here, the one who is supposed to be blamed is Mr. Dave Weiss.
Because
Why?
I didn't show up for the debate, so he's there. So he said that. He can say anything he wants.
But who organized that debate? You were saying you didn't have anything to do with other than one email.
I wasn't involved. I wasn't involved with him organizing that debate. I would never agree to that debate. He never discussed it with me. He set up he goes, I'm going to debate David
All
Weiss.
right, take a
before
chill
he
pill.
ever told
All
me.
right, take a chill pill, Dave. Relax.
Fuck
No
you,
problem. We
Vikka.
hear you.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is what you got, Dave?
Okay, what else you got?
This is what you got?
No, what do you have? What do you have? So you just brought up something Duffy said that had nothing to do with me. So you've got nothing. What else do you have?
Oh, Dave.
I'm not smart enough. I'm stupid.
Yeah, I got it. Anyway, so there we go. There's a that's gonna be a standalone video. Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you, Will, for sending those to me. I appreciate it. When you have receipts, when you've got the receipts, it's so good, so good.
Dave, relax.
Fuck
no
you,
problem. We
Vikka.
hear you.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is what you got, Dave?
Okay, what
Yeah,
else you got?
this is what you got?
No, what do you have? What do you have? So you just brought up something Duffy said that had nothing to do with me. So you've got nothing. What else do you have?
Oh, so do you want me to the Weiss file then? Do you want me to? Really?
Oh yeah. Show me one thing in the Weiss file that you have any evidence.
No,
for.
if you're gonna act like this, if you're gonna fucking act like this, you want me to really review the Weiss files.
Give me one fact in the Weiss files. It's like we say to Globers on Angels shows. Give me one proof of the Globe. Give me one proof in the Weiss files that you have any evidence that it's true. Give me one. Give me one.
No, one. If I deep dive into this, if you're gonna act like this, Dave, I'm gonna fucking deep dive in that.
I'm not acting. This is fucking me, right? No one's ever told me what to do. No one's ever controlled me. I've never signed a fucking contract. Nothing. All the stuff you're making is all made up. Now give me one fact. You sound like a.
Oh, is this the real? This can't be the real Dave. Hold on. It's not the real Dave. Thank you for this. Anyway, the fake. It's not really Dave, but it's funny. Hold on. Flat Earth Dave interviews fake account says just you all wait. I have this all sorted out, and your coordinated efforts at making me look crazy will come full circle. If you listen to me, you'd realize I'm not wrong. And Patricia Steer, always lovely to have you here, says Dave lied about me, said I was involved with a crypto scam. It wasn't a scam, and it was and is a legit crypto. So that taught me Dave is a liar. This is even more exposure of his lies. It's really sad. Thank you, Patricia. Appreciate that. Dave, all right, Dave's gonna dig himself more of a hole. I got a little something.
globe right now. Oh, how do you know the Earth is a globe? Because of everything, because of all of it. Show me one thing in the Weiss files by that jackass.
Oh, by the way, MCToon.net/burden has a list of things that are evidence for the Earth being a globe, or as you would say, proof of the globe. MCToon.net/burden, as in burden of evidence. Yes, I make the claim the Earth is a globe, and I back it up with evidence.
That is true. Show me one thing that you have any evidence of.
Did you miss the debate? Did you miss the debate with Jaren and Sam? He cooked them.
Oh my gosh, Jaren and Sam. Sam showed that he was totally insane.
I saw it. I saw that. Listen, I saw that. And I have no opinion on it. I don't fucking care, right? But that's not. Go back to the Weiss files. You just brought up the Weiss files. You must have one. What's the best evidence in the Weiss files that I'm guilty of anything? What's the best evidence?
No, I'm not here outside. I'm saying if you're gonna fucking act like this, I'm gonna fucking review it.
Listen, you said, what do you want me to go to the Weiss files and pull it up? Yes, I do want you to go to the Weiss files and pull it up. Show me one thing in that document.
Now, so you know, the Weiss files is a garbage documentary. I think it's the one by is that what he called it? So Sam, who's born in France and lives in Israel now. I've spoken to a couple times. Like the Weiss files is his attempt to show that Weiss is like somehow controlled opposition. It's hilarious to watch the infighting. It's all BS, but I love watching the Flerfs fight amongst themselves about it.
All of you on the panel, point one thing in that thing that is true, that has any evidence that is true that's negative about me. Point to one thing. You can't, because there's none.
Oh yeah, Dave. We know how the fuck you were acting all during TFE, Dave. You want us to speak? You want us to get at that tone? You were acting stupid all during the TFE shit. Do you want to hear it?
No, he acts stupid all the time, not just during TFE.
Stupid because I debunk some stupid arguments. That means I'm supporting TFE. Hey, what if Vikka came out today, guys? What if Vikka came out today and said, "Hey, the Earth is flat because of some stupid, ridiculous, completely wrong thing"?
That's every single thing that every single flat earther ever makes a claim about, Dave.
Would say you would speak up against it like, "Hey, Vikka, that's wrong." And then we'd like, "Oh, you're fucking supporting the globe because you're pointing out a flat earther that's making a mistake." Yeah, flat earthers make mistakes. And all those things I pointed out are mistakes. And you guys will eventually find it out, but you'll just move the fucking goalpost again.
Well, hey, Dave, you claim that they faked the sun out there. How come you're not putting out videos?
No, hold on.
Hey, hold on, dude. How come you're not putting out videos showing how they faked it?
Okay, I did put out a video. Go watch it. It's with Marty Leeds. But I also said it's my opinion. I said I don't have a fact. I don't have a proof of that. But it is my opinion that's what they did. That is my opinion. But you guys are stating all this shit about me as fact, and you have no evidence of any of it.
Dave, we just want tickets. I want tickets.
Okay, wait, let me ask you a question, dude. The Ironworks. If you believe they weren't in Antarctica and they faked it, that's massive. You don't think they could fake tickets? Now, I heard you say that it could be a legal thing, right? Austin's going to check, but he thinks he remembers.
Austin's not going to check.
That they gave him a paper ticket from Punta Arenas to Antarctica, and he didn't save that, right? Because in his mind, if he's really, let's just pretend he was really in Antarctica, which he was, right? But why would you save that? Like who's going to even question it, right? That's why, like, when this whole thing came up from his point of view, well, that's okay, but he didn't. You have to understand. You know, maybe he has. Maybe he's going to be able to find a ticket. But if you could fake being in Antarctica, you can fake a fucking ticket. I think it's a stupid thing to ask for. But I get it. He'll check, and if he has it, he has it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But if he has it, he's just going to move the goalpost again.
Do you think Witsit and crew? Do you think they spent a lot of time convincing us that they were there? I don't think
I think that they wouldn't even think about that. Like, you guys are like, how come you never gave me a ticket? Fucking Austin
did you not watch none of the live streams, Dave?
I did, but Austin didn't.
All they did was try to convince us that they were there.
Yeah, because you guys said that they weren't there. Because you said that they weren't there.
That's not the point. The point is that their hand is missing. Like, they didn't spend most of the time.
So the only thing that's going to convince you that they were there are tickets. Because that's the last thing.
So this is critical. If they're going to say you got to show me the tickets, then that should be for you the linchpin. That should be, okay, you showed me the tickets, you went. Right? You should not ask for something if you don't think that would be a pivotal thing to demand. To like, got it, I'm going to change my mind. Right? Flat earthers don't do that. They pick something not because they think it's necessary to be convinced. They pick something because they think it can't be produced. And then when it is produced, then they move on to something else. This is classic sea lining, right? It is dishonest. It is a way that people that have a pre-selected conclusion and will not accept any evidence do things, and then they just, and it's just dishonesty, right? That's all it is. So this typical flat earther, it's a super common thing that they do.
That's the last thing that would convince me.
You need an accumulation of evidence to have.
Well, I don't know, the fucking videos, the chest cam videos and all that stuff look pretty good to me. And you know, they were in a.
So I posted the today. Well, I posted January 3rd, the video of the entire flight. That video that went live on Conspiracy Tunes today, I posted on my MCToon live channel in January. It was unlisted, and it is still unlisted, but it's on the Antarctica playlist, so you can see it. It's also linked in the one that went out today, so you can see that it was published on January 3rd. Because I knew flat earthers would say, you know, you're 10 months too late. No, I'm not. I did it within a month.
Place they were streaming every day from Punta Arenas, and then they did take a 3-hour flight and found ice. I don't know where else you're gonna find that.
Vlad banned Monkey Cat Pat. That's mean.
There's so many cuts in the footage on the chest
because
cam.
It's a fucking chest cam, dude. You know what? I haven't even watched all of it.
Special, bro.
Right, but
it's like
dude,
that.
But here's the thing, you know. They were in an icy place. Austin even admits that he cannot confirm where he was in Antarctica, but he was in
because he's dumb. Yeah, of course he can't. But there's Mount Rossman. We were at, right? He didn't know where he was from minute to minute. But we have GPS. We know where that is. We know which way was south. We had GPS to do that and magnetic compasses. They agreed.
Antarctica because he doesn't know where else there would ice be like that, right?
Deception Island, perhaps.
That's in Antarctica. Maybe.
I gotta side with Dave here. Like, Deception. That's Antarctica, yes, but it's outside the Antarctic Circle, so you wouldn't have 24 hours of sun. So, what would that do? How could you fake being in Antarctica by going to Antarctica outside the Antarctic Circle where you wouldn't see the 24-hour sun and then see the 24-hour sun? This is how stupid flat earthers are. That's how dumb they are.
Maybe that's where they were.
Yeah. Well, Dave.
Deception Island, George Island. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that Antarctica? Hold on. Is that Antarctica?
Antarctica.
That's almost like South Argentina. It belongs to Argentina.
But
it doesn't belong to Antarctica.
Could you trick somebody, land there, and then they would think they were in Antarctica?
I think so. I don't even.
Okay, I think so too, but I've never been there.
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you.
It's not
listen. Let's get off of this. Back to me. What evidence do you have for any claims you've made about me? Any? I want the evidence. You got a fucking hour and a half, super well edited.
Why we call you damage control, Dave? Do you know why?
I'm damage control. I'm fucking.
This is damage control because Dave sees money slipping out of his hands.
Damage control.
I just want to throw something out there right now. I know a guy, and when I first got into flat Earth, my son was friends with him, with his son, and I talked to the guy, blah, blah, blah. He came back to me a couple weeks after that. I was like, dude, you ever heard of Dave Weiss? I said, yeah, of course I have. He's flat Earth, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, I know that guy. I've known him for years. I'm friends with his partners over there in his printing company. I really do. So I think he's pretty cool.
I'm skipping past Gene.
He doesn't have to think the way I.
Now,
I'm having a hard time seeing how Dave.
Gene, thanks. I want to point out something in the Weiss files. I'm going to point out this is
all that, and Dave's like, thanks. I want to talk about the Weiss files.
the best evidence in the Weiss files. I was never intended to go to Antarctica. It was just set up like I was supposed to go, and Jaron and Austin have been plants for 10 years, and that's how the script was done. And that he played out that scenario. Like he goes, oh, I was supposed to go up in the Tesla car, but then I didn't, and so they put a dummy in my place. That is the fucking best argument he has in there, and that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I love Patricia Steer, always on point. The denial that they went to denial that they went to Antarctica is so crazy. As it is, the laser sun or the it doesn't matter if there's a 24-hour sun lie. I especially hate it's a simulation, but it's flat, right? And that's Mark Sargent goes after that one. Like, if it's a simulation, well, it doesn't matter if it's a simulation. In the simulation, it's a globe. Right? We can't determine whether or not it is a simulation. Maybe we can watch Dr. Blitz's video on that topic. But within the simulation, none of this changes that we are within the simulation. Within the simulation, what shape is the Earth? And if every time that there's evidence for the shape of the Earth being a globe, you're like, oh, but it's just a simulation. All you're doing is admitting that the Earth is a globe within the simulation. And you can't address the topic. That's all you're doing. So it's just a different way to lose when they do that.
That's an oxymoron.
Well, that's because it is. He's an oxymoron.
Yeah. Nah, not all the way. I don't trust nobody, Dave. You know.
Well, that's fine. I don't live in a world. I like to trust some people. You know who I trust? I fucking trust Gene, who spoke up. I'm a little fucking pissed at Gene right now. He hasn't spoke up until now, but I still love the guy because I met him in person. Hey. He's got a fucking heart. He's got an awesome wife, and he's got
a heart here, brother.
Yeah.
And I've
well, no, Vikka. Listen. You got to give me evidence that Vikka has a heart because the shit that he's been saying for the last couple of weeks, it's amazing that I'm fucking finally speaking up.
No, you are pissed. Listen. Before you continue, Dave, you are fucking pissed. You are pissed.
I am fucking
because somebody make a fucking documentary about you. No, that happens to be a panelist on. Listen. He's supposed to be a panelist on this channel, so you are pissed. We are not gonna not let anybody come because he's having a documentary about you. All right, so that is the reason. Listen, let me continue. You had your time, Dave. Let me continue.
Yeah.
So you were pissed because Sam was here and he's a panelist here. You were like, how is this guy here? Just because you don't like what he made of you, that doesn't mean I'm not going to let him come here. He was, and he is welcome, same like anybody who was here on this panel, including you. But if you're going to fucking act like this and then you're going to talk shit, right? So if you want, we're going to review it and see the truth.
All right, let me just say one thing, and then I'm going to ask you a question. Austin and JJ, if you're listening to this, can you get me a fucking Moscow Mule and bring it out here, please?
Oh, Dave needs a Moscow Mule. I mean, I can help you out there, right? I got a copper cup, and oh well, hold on a second. I got some ice. I got some ice here. I'm gonna put in the. Hold on, just a second. All right, hold on. Right there. I got the ice in there. Okay, and then what else? What else is in what else do I need? Oh, hey, I happen to have some ginger beer here, which is actually there's no beer at all. It's actually just like it's a soda. So, all right. So then we put that in. Is that right? And then. Right, and then what else do we need in does anybody know what else you need in a Moscow Mule? I mean that's okay, but what else do you need? Vodka. All right, hold on. Do I have I do. I got it right here. I got some Grey Duck cuz you know where I live, right? In we don't play Duck Duck Goose, we play Duck Duck Grey Duck. So there we go. I don't know how much to put. Is it a 50-50 ratio? Is it I don't know. I'll just do that maybe. This is all right. Is that enough? All right. Then what is there anything else I got to put on here? All right. Thank you, Grey Duck. duck, gray duck. This is made in Minnesota right here. Okay, and then what else we need? Oh yeah, one of these. There you go. All right, Dave, I got one. That's a little strong. Oh, hold on. Oh, whew. That's a bit. It's a bit on the aggressive side there. Okay. All right. Anyway, cheers. The Flerf tears right here, by the way. That's way too strong. Holy cow. Ooh. That's gonna get me later.
Vikka, listen. Can you said I'm mad that somebody made a documentary of me. A documentary is something that documents things. Name one item in that hour-and-a-half fucking documentary that has any evidence behind it. Name one. Can you do it?
But why are you fucking pissed? Not true. And why are you fucking take out your anger here? We didn't fucking review it yet. You are getting pissed. One more thing. You are getting pissed because we were looking into Dr. Shiva too. What is the problem?
You should look into Dr. Shiva, but you made up a bunch of shit about me, about Dr.
What
Shiva.
made up? This is not my video.
Vikka, I'm talking now, all right? You made up shit about me about Dr. Shiva. You made up shit about me about fucking Antarctica. You made up shit about me and Duffy. You're making up shit. And in that fucking documentary that he made, it's very well edited, by the way.
Wait, hold on. Making up stuff about just hold on. Let me just play this little here.
What's up, Well?
How's it going?
It's going great, man.
Awesome. So
you want to have a debate?
I'm not a big debate fan. I'm more of a discussion fan.
Perfect. I like that. I hate debates. Matter of fact, but here's the thing. I can't do it. I'm in Mexico for a couple months, and the internet here sucks. But Jaren's going to host a debate, and Austin Whitsitt is going to have a discussion and address all your points. Are you good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Super friendly, friendlier than I am.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay.
Okay. I'll save your number. We'll figure out how's your schedule? Are you kind of wide open?
I'm definitely wide open, but it has to be before the 26th of this month. So it has to be in the next couple weeks.
Oh, perfect. We'll get it done. We'll get it done super fast.
Okay. Sounds good.
I will set it up and we'll get back to you. Someone will text you or I'll text you and we'll figure it out.
Okay. I appreciate it.
All right. Listen, open discussion. You can teach us something new. Maybe we can teach you something new. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, man. Thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The way I don't think he did it himself, but that's I have no proof of that. Name one fact in that thing that you're willing to stand behind, and you can't. It's like saying name one fucking proof of the globe. You can't because it's not. There's not a single truthful statement that has any evidence in that documentary, and the fact that you are citing it as proof and you can't name a single fact in there shows that you're a
The biggest fact. All right. The biggest fact is the way you were acting during the TFE, right? This is the biggest fact.
Fuck you. You guys don't like criticism. People tell me I'm wrong sometimes, and I go, please explain how. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm going to retract that, right? I point out you guys are wrong, and you just fucking double down, okay? You fucking double down.
I don't think we mind criticism. Let's just do it on a respectful level, Dave.
Well, you guys for the last fucking 6 months have been mentioning my name in every fucking time and just making lies about me, unsupported bullshit.
That kind of comes with the territory, brother. You know,
Why are you getting so emotional, Dave? Dave, why are you getting so emotional?
I'll tell you why I'm emotional. Because Vikka, I thought you were a fucking friend. I supported you. I promote your shit. I talk about. I've done more for Flat Earth than probably anybody at this point, and all I get is fucking.
Ooh, his ego might have a collision with Whitsitt's ego at some point.
Other flat earthers going after me.
So all right,
shut up.
All right,
I'm talking.
all right, but you're not gonna fucking continue, dude. What the fuck?
Dude.
Yeah.
Wait, Vikka, he was going to talk about me. I wanted to hear what it was that DIRTₕ had to say about me.
You are one because your way you are acting, bro. You are saying 3 months we were having your. You know how many? You know what we were reviewing? We were reviewing fucking Jaren's debate and all this shit. Who the fuck told you that we were speaking about you 3 months? The last fucking 2 weeks we were speaking about. What's the problem? We cannot fucking see and what is up to Dr. Shiva shit, and now you are saying 3 months we are speaking about what the
Shiva.
fuck?
You don't know the story.
Dave,
you don't know the
you
story.
need to fucking relax, Dave. You are Dave. You need to relax. You don't know what the fuck you're speaking on different.
Name
With so many podcasts that you are doing, you don't know shit. You don't remember shit. Where you are making shit up.
So he has named something according to them that you did wrong, Dave. You defended the green screen setting on Will's laptop. That was wrong, according to them. Right? It was actually, we were completely shocked. You were completely right on that. And you took those videos down because when you got the heat, you're like, oh crap, that might affect your income, Dave. So you took it down. There are 3 or 4. Of course, those videos were downloaded. they're on my hard drive right here on my desktop. In the 61 terabytes that I have on my desktop here, it's in there, and they're backed up to Dropbox. That's what you did wrong in the mind of the Flerf, because Flerfs don't care about evidence. They only care about the conclusion, and the conclusion they picked as step 1. Step 1, pick the conclusion. 2, look for evidence that sort of kind of maybe, but not really supports your position. Number 3, ignore everything that contradicts your position or attack it, or if you can't do anything else, just call it fake. And then number 4, declare that your conclusion that you selected at the beginning, that one, was proven correct. That's how to do it. Yeah, you got old man Yamaha is in the chat. Good old no teeth Jerry.
We were speaking the other day about the depth, about Will Duffy, and you're saying they're saying I have depth. You need to relax, right? I know age can make a difference, bro. I understand.
Yeah, Yamaha, old man Yamaha. You're not Jesus. You're not Jesus. Man, he thinks he's Jesus, people.
Then you don't fucking remember what you're speaking on different podcasts. I get it.
Get the fuck out of here.
So you need to fucking relax.
You're wrong. You don't have any evidence for anything you say about me, right? You have no evidence of anything you say about me. None, right? Look, Vikka, how far is the sun? Can you answer that? You won't.
Dave can't. No flat earther can answer.
Won't make a claim on how far the sun is because you have no fucking evidence. But you'll make fucking claims about me that you have no evidence.
But why you want to be the center of attraction, bro? We are just fucking.
Every flat earther thinks that they're the main character. Vikka, you do too. Your desktop is your own stupid glamour shot.
I'm the fucking one out here trying to wake people up on a consistent basis.
No, because you're still fucking acting. You are going there on different channels and you're saying, yeah, well, that these people are speaking about Dr. Shiva. What the fuck? We are just reviewing the fucking video.
I've never talked about fucking Dr. Shiva on another podcast. What the fuck are you talking about?
So Dave, I'll tell you exactly why you're probably still getting a lot of heat. And I'm gonna just keep it real with you. So when you came on a few months after, or it was probably a month after the final experiment, right? When you came on and what's his name was here, Keith was here, Vikka, that's when I started coming on the Vikka show and everything. You were defending it hard. You even went as far as...
Wait, hold on. Defending what? What was I defending?
You were defending their trip. Them going.
That they went. Yes, that they went. I was.
That's it.
I was.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Okay. Yeah. That's my opinion.
So when we were on there, and then we were explaining to you as to why we didn't agree with it, right? Now this is all fresh. This is all new footage. New footage was coming out on a daily basis, it seemed like, and we were trying to attack it, and a lot of it we were just wrong about. You know what I'm saying? And so just to kind of go back, but I'll continue. I find that also disingenuous that we don't admit when we're wrong, because a lot of us, when we saw that we were wrong, we came out and we admitted that we were wrong.
No, flat earthers never admit they're wrong. Or not never. Like, it's super rare.
I know it's I know I sure as hell did. But the thing is, my thing was I wasn't hunting really for those guys to see what they did or nothing like that, because I'm like, whatever. I just wanted the tickets. But when you were showing, I think one of the big takeaways was when you were trying to show, what's that damn mountain? Mount Rossman. And then it looked as if you superimposed Mount Rossman 2016 to another Mount Rossman 2016, minus all the junk in the front. And then you said, hey, this is the same mountain. And then it's like, that's not the same. You're like, that's a different mountain. And then we were like, no, that's the same fucking mountain.
So let me address that. If I made a mistake and put the two of the same pictures on top of each other, it was not intentional, right? My conjecture was, I used to ski at the Mount Okemo Mountain in Vermont, and every year as we come into town, there's a beautiful shot of the mountain, and I would take a picture of it every year. And I went back and I looked at a bunch of pictures, and they really look the same, but the snow comes and goes there. But in Antarctica, allegedly, the ice stays and doesn't move. It doesn't move a lot. So that was my conjecture. I looked at it. I thought I saw some differences. But guess what? I didn't really look at it that hard because it wasn't a big deal to me, right? And if I was wrong, I was wrong. But that's it. That's my opinion. But you guys are making claims about me. You guys are making claims about me. And I'm waiting for you guys to retract them because you have no evidence. Thanks, brother. Thanks.
Yeah. And then on top of that, and then when you started saying that, we're idiots because we're attacking everybody that went to the final experiment.
Well, I apologize for that. I apologize for that. But you guys are idiots for attacking me. Okay.
So Patricia Steer, the guy Dave's talking to seems legit and down to earth, but also believes a lot of crazy things. The only sane flat earther is the next flat earther. So this is Ironworks. Vlad, I don't know, right now is weirdly coming across really sane, but he's not. He's nuts. He's totally nuts. Maybe you don't know him. It's all for the best if you don't know him. He's not worth knowing. But no, he's not sane. He just, for some reason, has put on a facade of sanity for a moment.
I don't apologize for that.
No, well, you're an idiot for standing in front, like, damage control.
I'm not damage control.
Hold on, Dave.
I'm not damage control.
Hold on, Dave.
I'm not attacking you. I just want tickets. Do I trust you? I already made.
Oh, I gave the tickets earlier. MCToon.net/TFE.
That plane. I told you. I didn't lie to you. I didn't talk behind your back. I told you to your face how I felt about you.
Well, it sure seems that way, Dave, just because of the fact that you're defending, like the mountain being, it doesn't do this or doesn't do that. When you want evidence from us every time we make a claim, but you make a claim and you're okay.
I thought I found evidence. If you don't like it, okay,
right.
We have a difference of opinion. But where's your evidence for anything you've made a claim about me? Any evidence? Do you have any evidence that you can show me for any of the claims you're making about me?
There is evidence that you have put yourself in a position to look as a defender of the final experiment.
Yeah, you can't do that, people. Duh. Like, that's not allowed at all. Remember, the process, start with the conclusion. And then number 3 is reject everything that doesn't support the conclusion. You didn't reject it hard enough, Dave. Duh, you failed the litmus test.
Okay.
That's your evidence? That's your evidence?
I'm saying there is evidence.
Where's your evidence that I'm working with Duffy? Where's your evidence that I have a contract? Where's your evidence that I'm allowed to say this and not allowed to say that? Where's your evidence that any of the claims you've made about me are true? Okay.
You're just getting fallacious, Dave. I never even went there, bro.
Well, Vikka has. I've been listening for a while, and you're constantly making claims that I have a contract. Which one of you kept saying, well, the contract, you only do this? I have no fucking contract. I've never fucking talked to anybody.
This is the thing. You're not listening, Dave. You're not listening. You. That's why I'm saying you are on so many podcasts. You don't even know what the fuck you listen where, and you're mixing shit up. You need to fucking relax and chill down. I know you are on a few drinks tonight, right? So you need to relax, bro. Maybe take a break from some podcasts and maybe try to put things together. What is happening, right? Vikka, maybe that's what you need to do, Dave.
What's the goal of the Flat Earth movement? It's kind of wake up the world. How many people have you woken up in the last 6 months? And how many people I've woken up?
Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody. It's dick measuring time. DIRTₕ has a half-inch one. I bet none of y'all got a half-inch. I bet yours is only a quarter-inch.
In the last 2 days, okay? My number's bigger than yours. It's not a fucking competition.
You just made it a competition. This is hilarious. I just so you know, Moscow Mule is too strong. Wow.
You're just out here dividing the community and attacking me with zero evidence and then claiming that you have evidence, and claiming a documentary is the evidence, but you don't fucking have any evidence and you can't name a single point in that documentary.
This is, Dave, this is exactly what you taught all of the flat earthers to do, to blindly believe things without actual evidence. They did what you taught them to do about you. This is turnabout. This is fair play, right? This is, oh, how come the shadows on the moon are this angle? Because that's normal for shadows. How come the shadows at TFE are this angle? Because that's normal for shadows. If you'd ever been outside and recorded shadows outside on a sunny day, you'd know that. But no, mommy didn't let you outside. You had to stay inside and watch Zaboomafoo because it was on. It was a marathon every day, Zaboomafoo, and you had to stay in and watch. And they're like, hey, mommy, can I go outside and play with my friends? My friends are going to be outside. Can I go play with them? And your mommy's like, no, little Dirthy Poo. No, little Vlad boy. You need to stay in and get your glamour shots taken. We're going to have a full afternoon photo session in the house here, little Vladdy Poo. And you're going to get every single awesome, put your sunglasses on. Yep. Go stand over there. Yeah, let your hair fall in. Oh, that's it. Oh, you're so cute, Vlad. You can't go outside and play with your friends because outside, that's scary. There's wolves and it's cold outside.
That is real. You should be able to.
No, we will. If you're so eager, we will. Don't worry.
Yes, go through it. You show the evidence of any of those claims in there.
For sure.
Okay, Vikka, I'm disgusted with you, right? I'm really disgusted with you. We were friends. You have my fucking number. We support.
Hey, I leaked the DIRT's number earlier. It's 666 lies. That's the number.
Like, if you got an issue, you can fucking call me and let's discuss it. But you never did that. You just went on and started trashing. It's absolute insanity. All right.
The one. What do you want, bro? What do you want?
I'm giving you the 5-minute warning because I'm gonna go because I'm literally at a fucking flat Earth conference where people are awesome and people are supporting each other and people are figuring out ways to spread the word and they're not attacked.
Yeah, it's a bunch of idiots that are lying about the shape of the Earth.
Each other. I'd rather talk to those people in person than this bullshit.
Which children?
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is the thing, Dave. It's not our problem that you try to defend TFE. It's not our problem.
Look at this comment here. You're gonna have to read it yourself. It's right over here. This one right here.
I never
You are bringing this TFE, this Shiva shit now in the middle, right? It's not our problem. You are saying just because we are looking into it, now we are calling you out, right?
I'm the one that fucking exposed Duffy. I'm the one that said nobody should fucking go, right? I'm the one that exposed Duffy for the fraud that he is.
No,
He didn't want anybody to go because he knew it would destroy his grift.
You are the one who was saying Jaron is the best guy and Austin is the best guy. Don't change your. Dude, you're fucking too drunk to be on a panel, dude.
So what, Vikka? What would happen? Just say what would happen if I thought you were the best guy and you went and you saw the sun circle around you? What would happen?
Yeah, I'm not that fucking sleep or I'm not that fucking indoctrinated like how Austin was mentioning. He didn't.
All right, this is funny. We got Yamaha here. Old man Yamaha says Dave's dome is already disproved, and then the fire emoji. Do you think you're talking to a channel full of Flerfs? We all know there's no dome, you dummy. Like you're not trying. You don't need to convince any of us that Dave's dome is disproved. Of course, there's no dome. Of course, the Earth isn't flat. We all know that. Why would you need to go to that point? This is how incredibly dumb the flat earthers are. Like They can't even figure out what their audience is. Like, none of us think the dome is real. You don't need to convince any of us of that. Try to get that through your tiny little brain, like all of the skull, the massive layers of skull, and then the little tiny brain right there, that little brain that you got up there in Yamaha. That's it. Try that.
Place for a flat earther. He realized what the fuck happened, right? So
why do we keep bringing friendships into it? Doesn't the truth is subjective, right?
I agree. I totally agree. But here's the thing. I never, ever defended the TFE. I always spoke out against it from day one. Because I got, like, the day the first email went out, I said, this is bullshit. Nobody.
Yeah. He knew what it would do to his wallet.
To go. And I'm the one that exposed Duffy for his financial frauds. I don't think anybody would have found out any of that shit if it wasn't for me. So how the fuck am I defending TFE?
Some of your words fall short, Dave. You know, you just defended the TFE by claiming that, you said allegedly, I'll give you that, but you claim that the snow, you know, it could look like it's the same. But you know, this is the most inhabitable place on Earth, allegedly, and it's got the most wildest weather. And you're gonna agree that, oh, it would look like.
Ben D says Dave's dome is totally real. He's trying to hide it with a comb over.
That from 2000.
No, hold on. Let me ask you a question. It is the most wildest weather. They didn't see the sun for 3 months prior to getting there. And it was blue skies. That's suspicious. And the other thing is,
it's not suspicious to have nice weather. Nice weather happens.
People that go to ALE, they book it like 2 years in advance. But if you want, hold on, let me just make this point. So if you go in on the edges of the season, which is November,
you don't have to book it 2 years in advance. You can book things in advance, but you don't have to. The trip that we took is a trip between other trips. So they have the marathon, right? Where there's like 70 people that ran the marathon, and it's 22,000 per person, right? So that's a big thing. And they have a lot of tents there, so they can house that many people pretty easily. So that's a big moneymaker. So they fly the 757 down on the 12th, and they fly it down on the 14th, right? And the marathon is on the 13th. So they need to fly that plane down on the 14th, no matter what. And then on the 18th, they need to fly the plane down for something. I don't know. There's another event, right? Another group. And so they're like, well, between the 14th and the 18th, we have the people that climbed Mount Vinton coming back, and they need to fly back to Punta Arenas on the 18th. So they showed up like the second day we were there. But we've got the plane going back and forth on the 14th and the 18th. So we need to have it there. So we can, for basically no additional cost, just the cost of the extra weight on the plane, we can bring down another group. So let's offer a group for only one person. It doesn't matter how many people come. To go down on the 14th and come back on the 18th, it costs us basically nothing in fuel, which is, of course, the big thing, right? We already got to fly the plane down. It'll cost us just the amount in food and other things. So it's a good way to make a little bit extra money. Great business decision. Let's do that. So that's what they did. Right? So, and so can you book it ahead of time? Like a day ahead of, you could probably show up in Punta Arenas with $32,000 in your hand on the 13th and say, hey, I'd like to fly down tomorrow. And they'd say, jump in the plane. We'll pick you up at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Right? You don't have to book it ahead of time. I don't know what he's going nowhere with this because he's a bit desperate.
Or March or whatever, you can get it at a lower price because prime season, it's just, you know, it's booked and it costs a lot more. But those guys got there and said the fucking place was empty. That literally at the fucking solstice, right? Those guys said
it wasn't at the solstice. The solstice is the 21st. We left on the The original plan was leave on the 18th. We left on the 17th. So it wasn't on the solstice. It was close to the solstice. It was prime season. But the climbing of Mount Vinton, there was a good group there. So when we got there on the 14th, the 70 people for the 70 people for the marathon, they had just left. Like, that's the same plane. We flew down, we rode that, like, we got off the plane, got onto the people carrier, and then went back to camp. And then I think the last groups of people of the marathoners, they then took the ride out there, right? Because the plane lands, does not turn off. They cannot refuel. There's no fuel there, right? There's probably some fuel, right? But it's not a lot. So it flies down heavy and it flies back pretty light, because light, like, not a lot of fuel left. So the 70 people get on. We weren't paying attention to whether or not there were 70 people leaving. We didn't see them. They were probably, like, shuttled back and forth. There's a little, like, staging area at the airstrip. It's not an airstrip. It's literally just ice. It's a hunk of ice. There's a couple little things that they pull out there, like buildings. They're not buildings. They're just, they're boxes that are on skis. They brought them there. So, Magical Cat Girl says the cruise companies do the same thing, offer cheap trips because they have to move the ship, Seattle to Hong Kong, anyway, for seasonal changes. Exactly. So, anyway, that's what they did. The trip was cheap. Where was I going with that? I don't know. Let's listen to Dave. He's going to piss his pants more.
Said the place was empty. Doesn't that sound suspicious?
No.
Every bit of it's suspicious. There's nothing that isn't. Like, they're over here, no clothes, no breath, and it's supposed to be like, what, 18 degrees, 17 degrees?
I don't want to get in. I don't want to get into that argument because
That's
you can't. Yeah, it's possible. It's
I've
possible.
seen that,
You guys,
done that.
Yeah. So that doesn't matter. But the point is that that they were there, nobody was there. There's so many things that show it was a deception, a NASA deception, right?
Oh, it was a NASA deception, because it has to be, because Earth is flat, and I will cry and lose money if Earth not flat.
Did NASA spend money on the moon landing to deceive the world that it's a globe? Yeah, a lot. A lot of people, a lot of money, a lot of time. So did NASA spend as much money on this?
Stuff.
Absolutely not. This was fucking way easier to trick a couple guys, right? Yeah. And now maybe there is an anomaly.
It was easier? How do you turn the entire sky blue? How does that happen? If the sun's gonna set and it's gonna be dark and you're gonna see stars and all that, how do you set the entire sun, the entire sky, to be blue? How did we look south? We looked due south. And we saw the sun. And I got sunburned. And it was 2 a.m. And I'm going to walk outside. I'm in the mess hall. I'm going to walk outside. And actually before that, I was in the mess hall. And the shade on the mess hall was shining in my face. I'm like, hey, can you close that shade? Because it's freaking annoying. I've already got sunburn. My skin hurts. The sun is shining on my face right now and bugging me because I got sunburn. I'm going to go outside. It's 2 a.m. Hold on. Let me put on some more sunscreen because the sun is so freaking annoying because it doesn't set ever. How was that faked? How did I get the sunburn? How did the entire sky turn blue? How was all this done, Dave, you idiot? Dave, it's you believe this stuff because why? Why Why do you believe this stuff, Dave?
I'm an idiot.
That's right. That's right. That's why you believe that stuff. And why, like, why do you think the earth is flat? That's right. That's right. You know, I've had a look at your app, Dave. And, you know, tell me about your app. That's right. It totally does.
My app sucks.
That's enough, Dave. I know. But why did you make that app?
Dave's a scammer. He's just selling his app.
That's right. You made it because you're a scammer, Dave. Oh, precious. I'm so glad you said that. Now, Dave, just between you and me, what shape's the Earth?
I want to book an Antarctic trip.
You want to go to Antarctica?
Yeah, absolutely. Go down there and film the 24-hour sun and prove the Earth is a globe.
Oh, I did. But tell me again. Sorry, Dave. What shape is the Earth?
The Earth is a ball, right?
Right. Okay. All right. Sorry. I just wanted to be sure. All right. Let's finish up what you got to say here. Got 30 seconds left, Dave.
You know, Steve Faulkner from Spacebusters points out, like, there could be a latitude where on a certain day of the year, or a certain time of the year, there is a parabolic effect where you can see the sun circle around. Hey, can't rule it out. Don't know if it's true.
It's easy to rule that out. Easy. Because if the Earth were flat, the sun would never set ever, unless, Dave, unless you think that there's a universal night. Like, everybody has nighttime at the same time, but I know you don't believe that. So the sun could never set if the Earth were flat. So every sunset falsifies flat Earth. Every single sunset. Everyone falsifies flat Earth. Because if the sun has to be like 3,000 miles high, right? That's what I measure when I'm in Minneapolis at 45 degrees north latitude. 3,105 miles in elevation. 5,000 kilometers in elevation. That's what I measure using middle school trigonometry for the height of the sun. So if it's that high, it could never set. So in Antarctica, even in Antarctica, the sun could never set. But with the dome, could it be reflected off of the south edge, right? Could you see it north and south at the same time with the dome? Probably not. But let's imagine for a second that you could. Let's just for a second. Let's imagine that you could have the sun both seen due north at local solar midnight and due south at local solar midnight, right? Due north, it would be far away, right? It would be from where you are at 80 degrees south latitude all the way to the Tropic of Capricorn on the opposite side, like near Australia, right? Very far away. 18,000 miles away, maybe. But you would also see it due south if it were reflecting off the dome. If we're going to go for your imaginary dome for a second, you'd see it back there, right? You'd see it. You'd be like, hey, there it is. It's lower in the sky because it's from here to the dome, plus from the dome all the way to the Tropic of Capricorn, away from where I am. So I see it there above the Tropic of Capricorn. I see it there 700 miles to the dome, 700 miles back to me, and then whatever distance, 18,000, whatever, 20,000, 22,000, all the way to where it is. So it'd be a little lower that direction and higher that direction. You'd see two copies of it. That one would be non-mirrored. That one would be mirrored, and it would not be as intense because the heat, the rule is, this is physics. You cannot receive photons as a reflection that are hotter than the source, right? Than the surface, something like that. I gotta say the Moscow Mule is maybe making it a little bit difficult for me to be super clear on this one. I'll just say. Anyway. All right. He's almost done. And then we can laugh at Old Man Yamaha.
Right? It could be a combination of that and technology. And those are all theories, right? Those are all theories that are less crazy than a fucking Amazon studio.
I don't know. They're all crazy.
All right, guys. Listen, I love you all, but I got to go. All right.
Yeah.
He doesn't love them. He only wants their money.
I was stopping in to say hi. And I wanted to say before you go, Dave, thanks for coming on my show.
All right. Nobody cares. That's it. Dave's gone. So, Mr. Old Man Yamaha is in. I'm sorry. Calling him Mr. is maybe a little bit too complimentary, so I retract that. Old Man Yamaha is in the chat, and we've determined that he is controlled opposition. At least I have. And he was sent by the people that want to discredit Flat Earth to make Flat Earthers look stupid. That's why Old Man Yamaha is here. And he's doing a damn good job of it. Old Man Yamaha, No Teeth, Jerry, you are really, really succeeding in making Flat Earthers look bad. I just want to let you know. Good, well done making Flat Earthers look bad. So, I appreciate all of the effort that you've done into making Flat Earthers look bad. All right, I've got some super chats. Dang, I made a mistake. I made an error in mixing that Moscow Mule. I'll just tell you. I don't know the ratios correctly of the ginger beer, which I got here, to the but it's almost gone. So hold on. Let me finish it off here. Old Man Yamaha actually thanked me for saying that he's doing a good job of making Flat Earthers look stupid. Oh my gosh. He's so... Oh, man. Good job. Good job making Flerfs look dumb. All right. You're right, Steve Bauman. It was. I have done exactly put exactly zero effort into, not zero, very little effort into knowing the correct ratio of a Moscow Mule. Camp Q57 says, I don't think 50-50 is a correct mix. The more I think of it, the more I think I didn't quite get 50-50. All right, that soldier's done. There we go. All gone. I did not. Because of the ice, I think the ice made me put less of this in and more of that in. So, Kiwi Bush says Trump is flat Earth now. Too, we didn't come to South Korea to see Canada. What? No, I don't. Flatties, for all of their political stuff, Trump is not their buddy. All right, Monkey Cat Pat Pat says it's 2 ounces of vodka and 4 to 6 ounces of ginger beer. Dang it! I think I did it the other way. Matt Shedler says, "Say Titicaca." Titicaca. There you go. All right. We got Tim Davidson that says standard 50% on faking Antarctica again. I take my giant LCD screen guy time frame because the quick snow is asbestos based. You ever watch, I don't know, how many of you live in a northern climate where there's snow and then you watch a movie where they have the fake snow and you're like, oh, that was no good. That totally, like, they've got their mittens on and they like make a snowball and you're like, that's just a styrofoam. Like, oh, let me throw it at you. Like, oh my gosh, it's the worst snowball ever. Obviously, you're in California. This isn't doing it. My suspension of disbelief has not been engaged. Tim Davis says, surprisingly, the easiest part is spoofing the GPS. Yeah, well, in EXIF data, it's not a challenge. So I provided the on my website with the picture of the boarding pass. It's got the EXIF data, it's got the GPS data, and you're right. You can edit EXIF data. So that's you'd have to accept it. So don't care. If you don't accept it, it's because you have a dumb religion. Clems says, if these people always argue in bad faith, I wonder eventually, do we just give up on dealing with them? It's such a headache. I don't think so. I think that misinformation needs to be challenged. And I think that for every silo of misinformation, there should be a group of people that are challenging that misinformation. And there will always be people that argue in bad faith. That doesn't mean you just let them go unchallenged. I think that just lets them grow unfettered. So YouTube in 2016, 2017 didn't do anything to counter Flat Earth. It didn't do anything. It just let the algorithm as it was at the time promote Flat Earth to anybody that liked science. And so the people that like science that are like, Flat Earth is stupid, it probably stopped feeding them Flat Earth stuff. But the people that like science that didn't understand science, Flat Earthers, right? The people that are the marks for Flat Earth, they probably are like, oh, wow, this looks, I can't refute it because I watched lots of other videos about Flat Earth and I can't refute Flat Earth because I watched videos about Flat Earth, therefore Earth flat, right? That's who the target market is people that don't understand science enough to understand that Flat Earth is stupid and it can't work. So, and I think we're seeing that now on Facebook with the Galactic Federation people. Oh, there's so many. There's such a bunch of scammers. Anyway, Mystery E-Man says, we know that this stream is fake because you have green screen turned on. I do. Yeah, that's right. That's what makes it fake. And of course, none of that actually makes it fake. Jay Donachie says, the waste that you stored on the trip, you should have asked if you could take it with you. Then the first Flerf that said you didn't go to Antarctica, send it to them by airmail. The problem is that a lot of the Flerfs would appreciate that waste. They'd be like, oh, you got some of that. That's what I drink every day anyway. Let's guzzle it down. Evil Producer One says, if a Flerf says MCToon 3 times in a row, Toon will appear and debunk their asses. Yeah. All right. Hold on. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. David Griffin says, Witless couldn't see out of the window. Flerf perspective. That was the thing. So they brought us to, so after we had dinner, they brought us to what they call the halfway point. So it's the shed that was halfway of the marathon. wasn't really halfway. Like the marathon did these, I think it did a loop. I don't know if it did a figure 8 or if it did a loop or what exactly. Like we didn't see the course, but at some point in the course, they ran by the shed that we were in, and they call it halfway point. So they had like their medical people there. They had water. They had different beverages, and they had places that people wanted to sit for a second. They could. They had bathrooms. So they had all this set up for the marathon. They just left it there for us. Very nice of them. And it was like, it was 3 kilometers, maybe. I think the whole loop was 5 kilometers, maybe more. It had to be more. I looked at the map ahead of time. It's a little foggy now for some reason. Don't know why. Anyway, they brought us there after dinner the first day. And they also brought our sleeping bags and our pillows and our stuff, like so we could sleep if we wanted. And so a few of us slept. I sat on a chair. I kind of was in and out a little bit, but I really didn't sleep. But Critical Think, he was out. He was on the floor, like in his sleeping bag, and the sleeping bags were massive. They were so ridiculously big. And so there was like 2 parts. So like, if you want, you can sleep on the top part and just have like a regular sleeping bag amount of material on top of you. And then the thick part is below you. So it's kind of a mattress and your normal warmth. Or if it's really cold, you can get in the second layer and you have like this whole big mound of fluff on top of you. And I don't know where Rennie was, but it was just this big lump right in the middle. You're like, oh, there's Rennie. Oh, somebody wants me to drink a tab. Rebel Raider. It was already open, so sorry about that. Anyway, where was I going with this? Maybe there's a point to where I was going. Oh, could see out the window. Okay, so they brought us after dinner the first day on the 14th. And then we stayed there all night until breakfast the next day. And they're like, hey, breakfast time, let's all head out. So we jumped in the vehicle, drove back to camp, had breakfast, and then came back to halfway point. And like Dave McKeegan is like, let me double check the camera, right? They did the same thing for lunch, the same thing for dinner. And then around 10 o'clock at night, because that's when we got there the first night, maybe 9 we got there the first night. They're like, hey, has it been 24 hours? You good? We're like, yep, we're good. We'll head back. So it took me that entire time to set up the sundial. The whole time, like I was helping people, doing other things, doing live streams, assisting and stuff. But in between all of those things, I was setting up the sundial. So it took me basically 24 hours to set up the sundial. And then I pressed record shortly before we left to go back to the main camp on the night of the 15th. Anyway, so then the 15th, like we were just hanging around camp. We went on the flight. We had a flight that went around the mountains. We had a little sightseeing thing. We went to the ice, like the super crazy windy ice area. We saw the big Russian plane land. The big wave. It was like this big, they call it the scoop. Like it's like basically a frozen wave, right? Like if you're surfing and there's a big wave, like it's just this big giant scoop, like 20 feet tall, just this curved thing. Like, so somebody's up at the top, we're down at the bottom. We're like, and Jonathan Morandi, he's like on it, like he's surfing because he's from California. So apparently he surfs. I don't think he surfs. I think he was just like, Hey, I'm from California, so of course I surf, bros. I love Jonathan. He's awesome. I don't know. I have no idea if he actually surfs. But he was like, I'm hanging 10, guys. Take a picture of me. So anyway, we did that. But all the while, the sundial was recording. And I'm like, I need to get back there to change the batteries, make sure everything's good. So anyway, long story about, I forgot. So I'll move on to the next one. Matt Shedler says, tantrums need a container. Yeah, Dirty Poo. He had a little bit of a tantrum. Poor guy. And he was really exposed as being a pretty big liar. Exposing Ma's Trick says, are you looking forward to Jesus silencing the lambs? Ryan Casey, love you, man. You're a little goofy. David Griffin says, is everyone enjoying the Flerf infighting? Yes. It's been 10 months. It's been more than 10 months. And they're increasing the amount of infighting they do. Sam has put out one of more than one. Like, he's got more to go. Documentary on how Flat Earth Dave is controlled opposition. Oh my gosh. Like, seriously, Flat Earth Dave is scum, right? He's a big poo-poo head, but he's not controlled opposition. He is just a regular flat earther, which means he's stupid and he makes them look bad. Every flat earther makes flat earthers look bad because they're all stupid, no exceptions. So anyway, so the infighting is great. Sam, who, tell you, the first time that I talked with Sam, his channel, he chose to name his channel Flat Earth Reconnaissance, and he wanted to talk to me to do reconnaissance for Dave. Because he thought that somehow I don't know what he thought I was, but he thought I was something. Whatever I see Spence says, I could queue up some tonight's convo so you can see if Sam and Vlad have nothing back and forth. That'd be great. That'd be great. Thank you. I love that. Anyway, I forgot. All right. Hold on a second. I need some water. There it is. Hold on. This says Flerf Tears right here. Toon. This is what I brought to Antarctica. Matt Shedler says, Shedler says, you are like Dr. Evil to Dumb Dave. Thank you. Okay. We got Kango44 says, this is one angry potato. Yeah, that was fantastic. Listening to him just lay into the Vikka. So good. Like, it's interesting watching because they've separated themselves in, right? They're in different camps already, but they've separated themselves then into different aggressively disagreeing camps about TFE. The TFE was fake and TFE was real and it doesn't matter group, right? And the TFE was fake group, well, they are 100% committed to the Gleason map. So if there is a 24-hour sun, they all agree. by saying it was fake, they agree that a 24-hour sun in Antarctica destroys flat Earth. Right? Because if it didn't destroy flat Earth, they'd be in the other camp saying, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Now, the it doesn't matter people, I don't know. I cannot say who's more delusional. The reason why is because the it doesn't matter people can't even begin to explain how TFE happened. How did we see, according to Flat Earth, how did we see a 24-hour sun? How did that work? How did we see it due south of us? Was it now some of them are like, well, it's a bipolar model. There's the North Pole and the South Pole. And the sun does circles around the South Pole for 6 months. And it does circles around the North Pole for 6 months. Wait a second. I'm going to need a whole lot more Grey Duck to buy into that. Because it does, for 6 months of the year, it circles the North Pole in decreasing and increasing non-circular orbits. Why is it? First of all, it's not even elliptical, right? You can explain an elliptical orbit using Kepler's laws. You need a mass in the middle around which it to provide the centripetal force, centripetal acceleration. Flat Earth doesn't have that. But it's also not elliptical. In the bipolar model, it's a weird shape. It's a smushed at one end and kind of rounded at the other end. How does that happen? How does the sun do that? Never mind, these are not the droids you're looking for. And then on one day of the year, it goes from orbiting, for no reason orbiting, the North Pole to, boom, orbiting the South Pole. September 21st. Why did it switch? No damn clue. These are not the droids you're looking for, but now it's orbiting the South Pole in the opposite direction for reasons. And it's going to decrease its circumference, average circumference. It's not a circle, it's not an ellipse, it's a smushed egg, right? It's gonna, and then for 3 months it's gonna decrease, and for 3 months it's gonna increase, and then boom, March 21st. Why? No damn reason. It's gonna switch to orbiting the North Pole again. Those people are mentally ill. This is Brian Leakey, the Ether Cosmology guys, Witsit, right? This is their current preferred model. But the problem with that model is now you don't even have the benefit of saying Antarctica is the ice wall around the outside. You've now got water around the outside. And so now you've got the edges of flat Earth where either it just keeps going or it spills over the edge and it gets the turtle wet. I don't know. They don't know. But also they like to say that the Earth's magnetic field is a toroid, but the problem is, of course, that the North Pole is near, the North Magnetic Pole is near the North Geographic Pole, but the South Pole, the South Magnetic Pole, isn't very close to the South Geographic Pole. It's in the ocean between Antarctica and Australia. So you've got underneath the flat Earth, you've got a horseshoe-shaped magnet. It's not a toroid. You don't get to say it's a toroidal magnetic field because it doesn't match now. You also don't get to say it's a block domain wall. I won't go into that right now. I'll save that for later. So, Icy Spin says you sent a DM. Vlad asked Sam where he thinks Flat Earth is headed in the next 6 months. Okay. I am not able to review that right now. Thank you. That'll be something for a future. Okay. But Arnold does have. Okay. Hold on. So, Vlad, from the Foundry, Ironworks 92,000. Oh, so insane. So much insane. I'm gonna download that, load it up. Sorry. Send your fluids, he says. There we go. All right, hold on. Okay, downloading. Thank you for that. I totally lost track of where I was. Let me catch up to where I was. I'm sorry. The ratio on the Moscow Mule was definitely off. Tim Davis says Trump won't release the Weiss files because he's in them. This is so funny. In case you didn't know, it's a tweet, not a tweet, a post, because it's X. It's not tweets anymore. That's a tweet that Musk said after he had his little falling out with Trump about the Epstein files, but he changed it into Weiss files. Right? Okay. I didn't need to explain that. Probably you all got it. Kango44 says, can Dip... You're trying to get me to swear. Can Wit Spit even find his own dick? He probably can. And since he doesn't have Kai with him anymore, he might be yanking it a bit more often than... Never mind. Slithery says, what's up, B's and G's? Thank you, Slithery. Tim Davidson says, that's an angry mule. Oh, Grey Duck, you have done me wrong. It does say it's gluten-free, though. I can't imagine. How could you not have it be gluten-free? I don't know how it could not be gluten-free. Because, like, I don't know. Like, of course, it's made sometimes from grains. When you make vodka, like potatoes, but you can make it from any carbohydrate, really. Right? Some people just use straight up sugar. You can beet sugar or cane sugar. You could use anything. And then as long as you distill it enough times, you're not going to have any gluten left, right? I don't know. I'm all about the chemistry. Not about the artistry of how you do that kind of stuff. So, all right. Dave Kircher says, thank Titicaca, it's Tuesday, and thanks to Superman and his trusty companion Flatzoid for keeping us attached to the spinning globe. Thank you, Dave Kircher. Rick Tubit says Tater Dave is quite the potty mouth. Shocking. He does. And that's where the facade of the facade that appeals to the Religiflurf falls apart. Arnold says research moist turtle. Moist turtle. Waka waka waka. Earth. Sea-Dog says Kiwi would get Arwen outside goose stepping. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna end the poll. I'm a little congested. The poll. Who should get custody of Arwen? Oakley, Kiwi, Meekin, or the crossbow. Meekin gets 4%, Kiwi gets 17%, Oakley 34%, and the winner is who should get the custody of Arwen? The crossbow, 45%. Nick Ann says, I didn't think this was the Drunk Debunk show. This isn't. This is the Dave asked for a Moscow Mule. I made myself a Moscow Mule and I got the ratio wrong. So, I was working on plumbing. So my wife's like, hey, here's a new faucet for the bathroom. You should swap it out. I'm like, okay, I'll swap it out. It should be pretty easy. I get under there, I look at it, I'm like, oh, I need to buy this at Menards. Who doesn't shop at Menards? You save big money at Menards. So I go to Menards, I get the stuff I need, and I get under there and I'm like, let me unscrew this. So there's a 1/2-inch pipe coming out of the wall. There's a compression fitting to the non-quarter sweep valve, right? So the non-quarter sweep valves, those valves, they leak if they're more than 5 years old. It doesn't matter. You turn them off, drip, 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 drip. You turn them back on, drip, drip, drip. Like I don't know. You do plumbing? I do plumbing. And if you've got the ones where you need to like twist it 3 times, they drip no matter what. I hate them. So I bought a quarter sweep replacement. I just looked at it. I'm like, I'm going to need it, right? So I turn off the water. It drips, of course. So I have to replace the valve. Turn off the water to the house. The water to the house, of course, is not a quarter sweep valve. So guess what? It doesn't really turn off all the way. It mostly turns off. I'm like, let me try the other one. So there's one in front of the meter and one behind the meter, right? So I tried the one behind the meter. It drips. tried the one in front of the meter. It actually stops it from dripping. Do you care about plumbing? I don't know. You're getting a little bit of plumbing. But turn it off. It's not coming in under pressure anymore. So I take off the hot water valve. How do I do that? I cut it, right, with the pipe cutter. And it's dripping a tiny bit. This is normal. I shake it a little, and like a little bit of water. And then I get the new one that I bought. I put it on, and the water just won't stop dripping in. I didn't shake it enough. I don't know. Like, it's coming from 6 feet above, right? So it's got a horizontal and then a vertical. And so that horizontal pipe is like, got a little bit of dripping water in it. So I'm like, I put the new valve on, I prep the pipe, I use sandpaper, I put it on, I put the flux, and then I'm like putting the torch on it. And water's constantly dripping in it. So if you've ever done sweating, you can't have water in it because water cools down the pipes. I'm sitting there like just cooking the pipe. I'm like getting it, as much as I can. Steam is just coming out and it's getting hot underneath. And I got my water bottle in case anything is like, hey, I'm too hot. So I didn't have to. Nothing got too hot. I finally got it soldered. It took forever. And I'm like, I don't know. How good is that solder joint? I only did one. I turn on the water. I flip that off, right? I turn off that valve. Quarter sweep valve now. Turn it to off. Go turn on the water. No leaks. I'm like, sweet. It's 7:37. Live stream starts at 8. And my wife's like, hey, here's dinner. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me just plow this down. It was pretty good chicken. Chicken we slaughtered ourselves. Anyway, that's why I was a little late working on plumbing. I only got the hot water done. I still got to do the cold water tonight. So guess what I'm doing when I'm done here? I'm finishing the cold water. I gotta be careful though. Anyway, why did I tell you that? I don't know why I told you that. Because the last thing was Sea-Dog saying for $1.99, Kiwi would get Arwen outside goose stepping, which I don't have any clue what that means. I have no idea. None. Melodic Lyric says, don't blame the drink for the person who poured it. Yes, that jerk that poured it. Clems, for 10 Canadian, says, you have too much patience for these situations. We need more people like you at the front lines. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't always have patience, though. You know, we all get our little whatever. Jesus, Jesus Eber Martinez says you need to use plumber's tape and glitter to stop the leaks. Arnold says don't end the stream. Bring us with you for duck vodka and plumbing. Oh my gosh. No. I need to reduce the effects of the duck vodka before I can do plumbing. There's fire involved. No, there's fire involved. You know, actually, I could probably. So I'm swapping out the faucet, so I can remove the faucet. I can put the new faucet in, like clean up the countertop, put the new faucet in, connect the supply line for the new faucet on the hot side to the hot side, right? And then hopefully I'm ready to do the sweating. So if you don't know plumbing, sweating is when you use solder, which is not made of lead for plumbing anymore. It's tin with flux. And so you heat it up. Hopefully you don't have water coming in it. You apply heat, and then you apply flux right to the joint there, or not flux, solder, and the flux pulls it in. Gets you a good, solid, really nice solder joint. So Jimmy Madison 42 says, why is the ice wall shaded sometimes? See many pics. Yeah, this is what's funny. Flat earthers like to post on Facebook what they claim is pics of the ice wall, because they only look at one thing. Remember their process. Pick the conclusion, look at supporting evidence. It doesn't really support it. Ignore contradicting evidence and declare their position was proven. They post pictures of what they claim is the ice wall where the shadow is on the wrong side of the ice wall. The shadow is on the north side of the ice wall, which would be completely impossible for flat Earth, because the sun would have to be farther south of the ice wall, which no flat earther with the Gleason map thinks is legit. No flat earther thinks that that's the position if they think the Gleason map is correct, which is the vast majority of flat earthers. So, Mr. E-Man says, X Solution X, a Moscow Mule came along and kicked MCToon. It did. All right. Nick N says, I didn't think this was the Drunk Debunk show. I already read that. Thank you. Witsit Spitsit says, I know exactly where my D is, and I'm phallically adept. Besides, I'm here. It's... All right. Let me start over. Witsit Spitsit says, I know exactly where my D is, as I am phallically adept. Besides, it's right here in my hand, per usual. M. Shedler says, head to do plumbing, call Weld and Sons. Done. Yeah, I mean, I got local plumbers I like, but I do most of my most plumbing. Like I'll do plumbing, I'll do drywall if it's a small amount. I'll do mudding. I don't like to do taping. I'm no good at taping. Don't ask me to do taping. Not a good idea. I've done tile a couple times. I suck at it. But I really do like doing vinyl plank flooring. Oh man, that is so good. It's worth the money. Don't buy the wood flooring. Dude, if you want people, listen up. If you want to do a new floor in a room, you're like, I want it to be not carpet. Do vinyl plank flooring, not wood. It's so nice. Okay, so here's the trick. Here's the trick. You get your previous row. It's down on the floor, right? You get your new row. You get it in. You slide it. It goes in at an angle, right? And you slide it back until it taps the previous one on that same row, right? And then you move it up and down a couple times, and it'll like seat into, there's like a little slot. It'll seat into that slot, and you'll sometimes even feel it click. Oh, it's so good when it clicks in spot, right? And then you set it down, you're like, oh, you feel across that joint, you're like, I cannot feel the change. There is no, to my fingers, my nerve endings, they cannot feel a transition from one plank to the next. You're like, that's it. I got it. Got it. It's so nice. You do that. The floor is super awesome. It's worth it. Go to Menards. Buy the vinyl plank flooring. It's like $40 for a box. A box will do 18 square feet. Worth it. Totally worth it. Such a nice floor when it's done. I did the bathroom. I did the bedroom. Oh, super good. All right. We got Scotty Orange says, do you think atheist flatties exist? Yes, there's two that I know of. One, I can't remember his name. The other is Kevin John, Qevin. You know, that idiot from Quebec? That guy. He's an atheist. Flerf. Oh, yeah. He was complaining on Facebook the other day that he got fired from his job. Do you know who got him fired? Wait, I'm supposed to use my thumbs. This guy. So when flatties just talk about the shape of the earth or science or stuff like that, I'm all good. I don't got to go anywhere, right? But he started making those kinds of accusations that flatties like to make. You know where they go? There. He went there. I'm like, dude, you can't go there. So I did a live stream a while ago where I called his employer in real time, left a voicemail, talked to his employer the next day. Did we talk on the phone? I don't remember if we talked on the phone or if we just exchanged a couple DMs. Like he talked to Kevin, and then a couple days later, Kevin did the same thing. I talked to his employer again. I'm like, dude, he's still doing this. He got fired. Yep. Here's the thing. If you're going to go there, if you're going to make accusations about other people that are outside the shape of the earth, private stuff, like not private stuff, but like making accusation of that sort, you're going to do that. I'm not going to just let that slide. I knew his employer. I told his employer. I made it public. He got fired. Excellent. I'm so glad he got fired. If you're going to make those kinds of accusations against people, you should get fired. Yeah, you should. You don't belong in civil society if those are the kinds of accusations you're going to make about people with zero evidence. Right? You should get fired. So he found out last week he got fired because of that. Awesome. I'm super glad you got fired, Kevin John. So glad you got fired for that. That's how it should be. Moral Bob made that kind of accusation. I called the police on him. They had a chat with him. Yep. You shouldn't, if you want to talk about the shape of the earth, great. Don't go there, awesome. We're fine. But if you're gonna cross that boundary, if you're going to baselessly assert that somebody has done something with a kid, you're done. There's no... I'm not going to hold back. That's not acceptable. So, anyway, here we go. We got Globe is Life for $10 says Flerfs equals con men plus Dunning-Krugites. Ungrateful knob gobblers should thank the scientists and engineers that keep them alive instead of slandering them. Thanks for helping stamp out this mind virus, Toon. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Globe is Life. I appreciate it. Globe is Life used to live in Hawaii and has some really nice video of planes landing in Hawaii. Where you only see like the tail of the plane, or it goes completely below the water, or hotels where you only see like the top half or something like that. So Proby666 says it's not complicated. Don't accuse people falsely of such vile things. Expect repercussions if you do. Yeah. It's the Q junk. Like, everybody that they don't like is guilty of that one thing. That's what they think. That's how gullible and stupid they are. They have no evidence for it, but they want to believe it. It's probably really a mental illness. I don't know. Anyway, Flerfs get so used to making baseless accusations they get carried away. And that, and that is really where it's come from. Flat Earth has no evidence for Flat Earth. And so they're used to not having evidence for the things they claim. So they're super comfortable making claims about stuff without evidence. And Flat Earth Dave discovered that. He makes claims about things without evidence, and then other flatties do what he taught them to do, make claims without evidence. And he got burned by it. Yeah. If you had instead taught them, Dave, to require actual hard evidence for things, none of them, this documentary about you wouldn't exist, because there's no evidence in that documentary. It's all garbage. I've watched it. It's funny to watch. Because it's a flat earther making baseless claims about a flat earther. He did this, therefore a thing that's not related must be the conclusion. Yeah. All right. Well, I solder 74. Why do they always go there? They go there because their mind is broken. They think that everybody that's in control must be in on it. And how could they all be in on it? Well, the Q proposal offers an explanation for how they could all be in on it. They all have hard video evidence, that's their claim, of doing things that they can't, if it was made public, it would be bad news, the baddest news. So that's the essence of that's the foundation of the Q position. Every single person they disagree with has that held over their heads. And so flat earthers are no different. They're like, everybody I don't like has that. It's not all of them. It's a lot of them. Peter Markley says, check DMs for a meme from Katie about the Weiss Files. So, hold on. I went to Discord, but it's not Discord. It's over here. Ooh, Jaren. Jaren. Oh, so this pastor guy made a third Flat Earth Killer video, which is literally a joke. You mentioned in this last one he wants to do a Q&A with Austin. I think it would get big ratings. Oh, on your channel. It would be awesome. He said it's wide open from now until the 26th. The sooner the better. I think this would be a killer show. So this is a DM from Dave Weiss to Jaren. Sorry, I didn't prep that. This is from 9:30. This is from a while ago. Oh. So this is probably what Cast has. Thank you, Jaren. Hold on. I'll look at that in a minute. I'll look at that. Probably not in a minute. Probably tomorrow. So, all right, a 12-second. Hold on. I can't download that. Pee. Holy cow, I gotta pee. Hold on. All right, I'm not done. I gotta do. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna wrap this up, but I need to play this first, and then I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, see you in a minute.
Pick it up, pick it up. Is it dirt? Is it potato? Watch the screen and wait for the show. What's revealed, we're dying to know. Is it dirt or a potato? Check it out. Dirt or potato? Yes, I'm right, let's go. Dirt or potato? It's the game that steals the show. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? Dirt or potato, what will you find? Right on! Yo, can you tell what's underneath? A derpy mugshot or a root beneath? With every guess, we laugh and cheer. Is it dirt for a potato? Let's make it clear. Hang it up, give it a show. Dirt for potato, let's go. Skank it up, skank it out. Is it from the dirt or a funny disguise? Could it be a tater or a pair of eyes? What's in the ground or lurking around? Dirt or potato, where will it be found? Could it be smooth or full of lumps? Maybe it's grown on someone's big rump. Get your guess in, let's see what's true. Dirt or potato, it's all up to you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? Dirt or potato, what will you find? A pile of soil or a starchy friend? Guess it right and you'll ascend. Look real close, don't let it slide. Is it dirt or a potato waiting inside?
I have a right.
Let's go, rude boys. On the garden patch or a silly trick, will you pick the right one or end up quick? Whether it's dirt or a golden spud, dirt or potato, here comes the flood. A mystery unfolds, what will it be? A lovely spot or dirt, can't you see? With every reveal, we're in for a laugh. Dirt or potato, it's the ultimate craft. Dirt or potato, guess it right, let's go. Dirt or potato, it's the game that steals the show. But Eat the earth or just pretend, a lump of soil or some dumb trend. Pick a choice, don't hesitate. Dirt or potato, now seal your fate. What's in the box, what will appear? A mash of dirt or something unclear. Make your move, we're almost through. Dirt or potato, it's all on you. Will it be fries or a dirty pile? Guess it wrong and we'll laugh for a while. Test your luck, it's time to go. Dirt or potato, let the guessing flow.
All right. I got to the bathroom. Where was I? I got something from, so Peter sent me a video, but I can't download it. So Peter, you could email it to me, a link or something that I can download. Oh, there it is. He emailed it to me. So hold on. I have no idea what's in it, but I trust Peter. So let's go. Save to downloads. The Weiss file. All right. I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna assume that it's ready, that it's good, that it's exactly what you all want. It's only 12 seconds long.
The truth is mashed.
Oh, that is pretty good. Thank you. Thank you, Katie, Peter's wife. I appreciate that. Okay. The truth is mashed. Here we go. All right. Ernie Matthews says, thanks for the point and laugh. $5 whole, he said. He paid to say that. Thank you very much, Ernie Matthews. I am going to play. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I got from Arnold a song. Send your fluids to the foundry. That's right. Lad Ironworks 92,000 has a Rife frequency generator, the same one that I have. With the nose lasers. That one, and he says send your fluids because your fluids he can treat you with. Blech. Because they're quantum entangled. Why are they quantum entangled? They're not. Even the guy that put it together, he's like, no, that's just BS. He knows that. I talked to him, I interviewed him. It's on my channel. I put the nose lasers in my nose. Live while talking to him. Anyway, I'm gonna play that. And then afterwards, we're gonna end the show, and you're all gonna go home. You're probably all at home ready, and so what you can do after that is you have three choices. You can go to bed if it's late. You can watch another video, or you can change the faucet in your bathroom. Those are your three choices that you can do after this video plays. So that's it. Those are your choices. I will give you the duration of this video to choose which of those three things you will do. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for coming along to watch Dave crap his pants live. We'll see you next time. Bye.
I have a Rife machine. You spit inside of it, and you run it inside the computer, and then you can take like a piece of copper wire, and then you can charge it, and then you can put it on whichever part of your body is ailing. You're gonna start to feel like shit because it's killing all this stuff in you, right? And then as this stuff dies, it starts like shitting inside of you. It's strange, but apparently it works really well.
Hey, I'll spit and something and send it to you.
Yeah.
Send your fluids to the foundry, let's blast big clan. Claims a spooky little box, got a miracle plan. No doctor, no science, just wires and sound. Better keep your samples safe, don't send them to the foundry. Foundry. Send them to the foundry. Vlad in the chat, dropping truth so loud. Flat earth theories trying to hype up the crowd. Got a gadget with the name, says it heals on cue. But the only thing it's curing is his broke bank too. Send your fluids to the foundry, the Vlad's big clan. Claims a spooky little box, got a miracle plan. No doctor, no science, just wires and sound. Better keep your samples safe, send them to the foundry. Talking energy waves and frequency cures, but it's just pseudoscience with a sales pitch allure. NASA's fake, but his toy's legit. Nah, Vlad's whole routine is a carnival skit. Mail me your saliva, I'll heal you from afar. I'm a wizard with tech, better than a doctor's chart. But truth don't bend to his fantasy spell. It's a con game, dressed up with a spooky name to sell. Send your fluids to the foundry, the Vlad's big clan. Claims a spooky little box, got a miracle plan. No doctor, no science, just wires and sound. Better keep your samples safe, send them to the foundry. So laugh when he preaches that the globe ain't real, and his foundry cures all the secrets they conceal. It's a joke, it's a hustle, the truth's been found. Earth is round, Vlad's just clowning around.